Okay, we are now live. We are
We
now
live
on
in
a
Fray
roll.
Fazbear's Pizzeria. We're all of saw. Take your children and run. Leave. Leave.
Yes, we
Everything
just
is alive.
we just
Help.
had we had a very fruitful theory crafting session where we have come to the conclusion that we live in 1984 and we are all part of some awful extended fanon of Freddy Fazbear's Five Nights at Freddy's, all that. Eugene is purple guy, running fear.
Live.
Also,
I
Marquis
guess they make
is kind of
Foxy.
hell bent on taking the blame. Hey, you are kind of foxy.
Oh.
You are kind of foxy.
Yes, please.
Wait, I was working under Worf, and if the Worfs are basically the Aftons, one being the regretful creator, the other being the unrepentant monster, and I'm the apprentice. Wow, it really does line up. Jesus.
This does line up.
Oh my god!
And what do you know? What do you know? Primrose was shoved in a suit.
So
Oh my
when
God.
are we going to get
And I'm stuck
character
here
art of
now.
all of us as Freddy Fazbear characters?
Oh damn it!
We need a group shot of it.
Doku's
No,
literally the crying child. I'd like to mention that because their face is.
I'm the puppet.
Mm.
I'm the fucking puppet, I guess.
You
Yeah,
are
you
the
are the
puppet.
puppet.
Oh my god! Fuck me, dude. All right, we're
So
scrapping.
and we got
Alright, and that is the last episode of
he's the-
Genesis.
he's the
We'll be
puppet.
seeing you, folks.
who is Valen then? Who's the amalgam? Molten Freddy, the
Molten
fucking the
Freddy,
slime
there you
thing,
go.
yeah.
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be Jake.
Slime creature.
No, no.
Also, hi Celeste.
Hi Celeste, how you
No,
doing?
Hi,
Jake is
Celeste.
Foxy.
Jake is Foxy. It's
Yes.
bonus points
Yeah,
bonus points if Caladan is incredibly fast.
Uh,
Anyway,
Celeste said she's on
oh
it.
no! This will be the we don't. I'm looking forward to a group shot of the group going out trick or treating, because a thing that I can absolutely see happening is there's some sort of Halloween analog here in Iris. And then the group uses that as
like a Halloween
yeah.
special.
Yeah, for a Halloween
Oh,
special.
boy.
And the group uses the whole trick-or-treating thing as a guise to look weird, when in actuality they just look like they're normal. Or they put on like slapdash, half-formed disguise self or normal disguises. And it's all just friggin' Five Nights at Freddy's theme.
Guys, Jake is Foxy. He speed boost. He gets a fucking speed boost. He's Foxy.
Yeah.
He does get his
Caladan is Foxy.
Oh yeah.
I would like to be Fun Time Foxy,
You
please.
can be Fun Time Foxy, and you can
Yes.
be Fun Time. Actually, no, you'd be Fun Time Freddy because you can take fake sounds and shit, which he can do. Fuck
Mhm.
me. All right.
Austin, now, even though he's not part of the game anymore, I'm emailing him right now.
This-
No.
this is a
Oh,
fucking
God.
revelation and a half.
Anyway,
the-
so introduction out of the way anyway, and theory crafting put to the side until eventually at some point midway through the session the topic comes up again and we can get completely sidetracked. Today is our next session of Genesis. We just got done fighting a massive slime ooze monster after settling in on this burnt down, wrecked out manor, or home at least, where Dr. Valentine used to live. And we just kind of ended right after we finished the combat. So I'll head this over to the Master of Ceremonies. Take it away, Fray.
Thank
I'm drunk.
Yeah. As a quick refresh for where we left off last time, after you defeated the ooze, as I've affectionately called it, you discovered a purple crystal, a purple shard that seemed to be its power core, which if I remember correctly, aside from Valen wanting to eat it, Genevieve had other plans and was going to hold on to it to do some inspection.
I'm going to search through the documentation in the house first to see if I can get an idea of what it is before I feed it to the unstable amalgam.
Yes. Subsequently, while yes, we had Marquis drunk and still
You-
sad.
Have you ever thought about opening up like a restaurant? Like we call it like Smithy Smasum's Burger Barn.
Stop it.
We can,
Um,
Marquis,
I'm
you're
back.
normally very depressed, but that is just the worst idea, please.
Wig.
Okay, considering especially how it smells in here at the moment, I can't even think of food.
Yeah, it smells musty in here. To put. You ever
Fray.
smell hot air? Yeah, what's up?
I'm using. Do I have prestidigitation? I do. I'm just using prestidigitation to make the area around me smell good.
Good.
It smells like
Yeah,
burger grease now.
what's up, Fray? What did you?
Oh no.
I was gonna say, being a former librarian, might I know what this crystal is or anything like that?
If you want to go ahead and make an Arcana check on the thing.
Oh my god, Arcana check! Oh my
Yeah.
Ah,
god!
nerd.
Actually, you could make Arcana or you could make History. I would allow either one.
Wow, really, for me?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. I feel so special. Wish this was Pathfinder and I had skill ranks in these. Oh lord.
You
wow.
don't? Aren't you intelligence based? That's okay. Actually,
No, I am proficient. No, I am proficient. I just wish that because you can make anything.
Anyways, yeah, no, it's funny because normally in most 5e games, intelligence gets dumped, but I believe in this game, almost
We have
everyone
several
has cranked their
int-based
intelligence
classes.
to near. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, you can.
I got an 18.
That's good. On what specifically, Arcana or History?
History.
Okay. At first glance, you can tell that this crystal, at least dating back and trying to figure out what it might be, you would get this understanding after inspecting it. Now, how are you inspecting it is the question. Are you going to take it? Are you just going to look at it?
I'm looking at it, maybe looking through a few books I have within my little fuck, I need to look at my document and see what that's called again. Just looking through notes essentially. Just back through like all my like arcane gym jams and doohickeys and see if I have anything that could tell me.
Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to also ask Quest. Since they rolled History, do you want to roll Arcana and see if you can combine your knowledge on this?
Potentially. One moment. Let's see if I can.
A real quick question.
Yes.
Let me see if I'm actually proficient in Arcana.
No. Joking.
No, I'm not. Never mind.
Arcana.
Skill checks.
Orcana.
Orc? Oh my
Us.
god. Orc.
Ah, yes, and
We've evolved.
and a bonus, so that comes out to a 16.
Okay. Okay. So, while oh my god, I almost said hello.
Actually-
Oh my God.
Actually, I'm fucking stupid. I have the identify spell. God damn it. That's okay.
Well, that's okay. Either way.
Yeah.
While Genevieve is looking more into the magical aspects of it, you got to work on history, trying to figure out where you could pinpoint something like this existing.
Take care, Celeste.
And yeah, take care, Celeste.
See ya.
And what you inevitably end up finding through scouring old books and looking through different notes and digging around here is that this shard most likely would come from the power source of one of the towers. Primarily, this is probably a piece of the Tower of Iris itself. And getting a hold of something like this, mind you, it's probably about the size of your palm, Genevieve. You're very lucky that you didn't touch it. You were very smart about it, where you sealed it up and didn't touch it with direct skin.
Yeah, but this stuff is.
Is this thing like highly radioactive?
In a sense,
I think especially anything that's like Genesis based likes to leach through organic tissue. I've found.
yeah, and as one thing that you, Genevieve, would specifically know about working with Genesis material is that these aren't very common. But even by getting close to this, getting a shard, quote unquote, of this tower being nigh impossible because you would have to go to the tower or one of the pillars that are surrounding it and chip something off.
Which says that Valentine either had high connections or was doing some really under the table stuff to do this?
So essentially, we got crystallized magic right here.
There's, in a sense, yes, because this is its own power source. It doesn't seem like it's running out. It doesn't seem like it's getting any weaker now that it's outside of its body. It's genuinely pumping, albeit relatively small. In your hand, it feels like a heartbeat. It feels as though this crystal, this little crystal, is almost like a battery that just does not seem to want to go out.
And
Interesting.
as we've often found,
Yeah.
magic tends to have a life of its own.
May I store this? And I'm gonna look at Genevieve, or Twari's gonna look at Genevieve.
In a moment, I still wish to inspect it a little bit to see if I can... Maybe some of Valentine's notes survived and they can help elucidate what exactly this is.
Now, before you get the chance to do that, one thing that I will also remind everyone is that last session a visitor arrived at the top of the hat.
Looks behind us.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
actually,
Wait,
it was,
where are we?
you guys are in the. Oh right, Lynn, you had to leave. You are in the sub basement of Valentine's house, like a little secret laboratory that she kept behind her estate.
Okay, did we not get a long rest?
You did not get a long rest yet.
Nope,
Okay.
not yet.
That's right, a bunch... Yeah.
Wait, what were you saying, Quest?
Oh no, nothing. Ignore me.
Okay. Nevertheless, it was actually Primrose who would notice this first, because Primrose instinctively walked over to the hatch as it opened. And peering up towards it, the last thing they witnessed was a shadowy figure standing above them in the dark. Now, they have not come down yet. It seems like they're just listening. And
They're
waiting.
just standing there.
Menacingly! Yes.
Menacingly. I would like to just instinctively take out my weapons and just stare up at them. They obviously can see me, yeah? Or do I get the sense that I'm,
Well,
in a sense, stealth?
When you say take out your weapons, do you mean you're activating your plasma blades?
Yes.
Well, then yes, they absolutely would see you because those
Okay,
are
that's
traps.
fair. They glow, yeah.
Just to double check, by the
I'm
way,
just
because
gonna
I
give
also
them
have to
a
leave.
stern look.
Oh,
Because I also
wait.
have to leave at the end. Is this a person in the laboratory?
They have not come to the laboratory yet. They were standing right above the stairs to the laboratory.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't know who this is yet. Oh, I mean, admittedly, they'd see you anyways because the lights are on down here.
Oh,
That's
are
fair.
they?
But yeah, I'm going to, I activate my plasma blades. I look up at them with a stern, kind of intimidating look, and I say out loud so that, the others can hear me, hopefully. State your business immediately.
And Twari's also gonna snap Boris.
But just
Boris.
Ah, do something.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
Actually-
cock my gun.
Actually, real quick, Matt. What was I doing, Mark? Or sorry, what was I doing last session? Because I think we had found something else that was down here, something possibly related to that one coin that we found. Or was I just looking at the coin again?
No, you were looking at the coin further, but we never actually
Okay.
got to that because it was Cora's spirit which reached out and explained that it was old, but it was not a true. They said it was old but not true.
Okay.
Meaning that even though the symbol would have you think one thing, it would never be made of metal. So
Okay.
something was wrong about it. Now the entity at the top of the stairs. Even with Primrose's threats, they still don't necessarily seem to flinch. But eventually, while looking down, the best way I can put this, you realize as it begins to move closer, it kind of starts to descend, and you realize that it's not really that of a humanoid shape. It's smaller, It appears to be four-legged as it begins to crawl down the side, avoiding the ladder.
Guys, we have some company.
As it gets closer and closer, you realize that you see a tail, and from its mouth appears to be emanating smoke, and a cinder kind of billowing from it.
It's a cat!
Is it Cheddar? Cheddar, is that you?
And then, bloop, the black cat lands down there.
Cheddar was black.
I see.
I could have sworn Cheddar was orange.
Now you'd think, right? Anyways.
Aha.
It's
So
his
I'll
cousin.
just call out to everyone and say, so apparently Cheddar has come to visit us, guys.
I still have my gun cocked.
I don't know how
So,
Tuari's
Yeah,
gonna.
just-
Cat found us.
just gonna
Or
glance
if
over it
they,
and okay, please go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead.
I was just like just glancing over. It's like, so the raid on the building must have been pretty incendiary. You look very You sure that's Cheddar? He looks a little blackened.
Boris attack mode. Well, it's before the element comes through. The cat shakes its head, and out of its mouth, you bear witness to what appears to be a cigar, and it kind of rolls it out. That's where the smoke was coming from. It then shakes itself off, and slowly the form of a cat begins to fade. It becomes more that of a shaggy dog, seemingly dropping magic. And he goes, "Oh, that was awful. Disgusting. Ugh." Do I know
Never
who
mind,
this is?
it's not Cheddar.
It's not Cheddar. Matt,
Like
do I
I
know
said,
who
very
this is?
exciting. Cheddar was orange. Listen, I know I'm out of it, but I'm not that out of it.
I'm not that drunk. I swear to drunk, I'm not God. I swear to drunk, I'm not God. Fray,
I swear to God, I am drunk.
What seems to be the officer? Problem?
You could. Well, actually, everyone may recognize this person this dog, ever so slightly. Tuare, you probably would too. In fact, Tuare, you'd probably almost immediately recognize them because they were someone you would remember from your previous time with Ausar. God damn it! Yeah. Oh. Oh, this is awful. It's disgusting. I've never wanted to be a feline. Disgusting. Anyways, hello. You still eating shrooms all day? The dog sits there for a moment, looks around, and then sees you. Goes, "Oh, it's the fanfiction writer. Great, you didn't die. I'm so happy." Boris, rip him a new asshole, please. Thank you.
Your two are acquaintances, then I take it.
Begrudgingly. Anyways, yes, I guess we could call it acquaintances. Yes, my name is Bjorf. I know, it's my father's name. Disgusting. Oh. Anyways, I've come here as an envoy, and I believe that I could have followed your scent. Perhaps it was either your scent or your oil-leaking van, but I digress. That dog is talking, yes.
I put the bottle of booze down.
Hey, if we can get fucking Marky to go teetotal for even a day, I'll consider that a win. If it takes a talking dog, then sure.
Big Sister Primrose, what is that thing?
Cal starts
don't get
kind
close to
of
it.
stroking his chin and wondering to himself if that makes two dogs now part of this group.
I swear, you start sniffing his ass.
No. He starts thinking to himself this. He doesn't say it out loud.
Okay.
It doesn't look like Cheddar.
It's not. It's someone else. Apparently, Tuare knows him. Why have you come after us?
Well, obviously I'm here to kill you, as he then takes a bite of the cigar and puts it back in his mouth.
I'd like to
That's what
try.
I thought I would do.
Your opinion has
And,
changed then, for what reason?
I'm sorry, what was that, Genevieve?
Why has your opinion changed?
Well, I was originally to believe, and he just kind of takes a drag of his cigar, and looking closer at this dog, he looks old. Like, I would say that the best way I can put this is imagine Solid Snake, the old man,
As in
eye
from
patch and everything,
So
as a
from-
dog.
as in like MGS4?
Yeah,
Okay.
like MGS4 and
Fray.
old dog. This is basically a Shiba Inu. Oh, sorry, a corgi rather, with an eye patch.
For Fray, are you
Yeah.
telling me we're talking to punished Bjork?
Yeah, this is
Oh my
old
God.
Lord.
God damn it. Okay.
Anyways, I decided against her because I realized, ugh, it got wet. And he spits his cigar out. I was to believe that you were the ones who orchestrated the betrayal on Ausar, but it seems as though I was incorrect. So I tracked you all here. I had been watching, obviously, for quite some time, but, well, now Ausar has been taken into custody, and, well, I set out to avenge him, but it appears as though he found himself a new group, and oh my, they are even more ragtag than the last ones.
Okay, finally something me and you can agree on.
You're gonna look at Tuari and say, there's history here, and I'm still in the dark about it. We're gonna have a conversation about this later.
I told you I used to work for Alsa.
And I didn't know that there was an entire group like us before. How many has there
I
been?
thought I mentioned it. Iliaster and what was his name? Lazarus was a part of it as well.
Ugh.
Yeah, the slimy one, and the one who liked to burn things.
Don't
Had a
get me
weird
wrong.
relationship with his cousin. Anyways, I digress.
I'm disgusted by even the possibility that I'm standing in even similar shoes to Lazarus. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, judging by that description, Kaladin will speak up and say, "I'd rather none of us be in that same position, just from the sounds of things."
Don't worry, it can't get much worse.
I vomit.
That is not
I
that
vomit.
does not instill me with confidence. Okay, so you are an ally of Ausar. Ausar has been incapacitated by multiple knights at one time, framed for the bombing at the party. We have been framed by association. Our one hideout has been completely ransacked and made defunct, and you have followed us here previously with the objective of killing us in retribution, and now hoping to ally with us to free Ausar?
Well, that would be the plan, yes. This is what Ausar called his contingency plan. At least that's what he used to tell me. He gave it the name Operation Starfall. Very, very edgy, I know.
Well, he's definitely a boy for melodramatics, and if nothing else, it always is a pleasant surprise when I find out he has the capacity for foresight.
Yes, there's something with that man. Nevertheless,
For as much of a
Regardless, he's been taken, and we need all the help we can get.
that is
We're
true.
kind of lost at the moment.
For all the front of being a jaded person, as he puts up, he has always been a very idealistic boy, passionate about his beliefs. Anyway, regardless. So, this will be our little hidey hole until we can bring this conspiracy up to speed, I suppose. Because that's exactly what this is.
well, I suppose, yes, but my gods above and so below, it is daft and disgusting in here.
It's what we have.
I'm using prestidigitation and clear them.
I'm gonna start cleaning for the dog.
I wipe off.
Yeah. Now, Alsa did have contingencies in case something like this ever would happen again. And, well, I didn't expect him to be completely subdued by such, but I was thankful that he went quietly and did not fight. That would have made things even worse. However, it seems as though you all have not been named.
As a relief. If nothing else, I assume that if people put our faces to the party, we'll be considered those among the dead.
It wouldn't be the first time I died.
Yes. Now we have to be even more careful about showing our faces in public, because now we're all dead to the general public eye. If a bunch of dead people walking show up, that'll cause some questions and more than likely end up with us being framed as well.
Oh, do I need to change my face now?
I suppose making some alterations isn't necessarily a bad idea.
I don't think it's really that necessary.
Well, change of clothes can do a lot. Your fake IDs, a little bit of makeup, and change of clothes can do a lot to change your silhouette.
Doug's already changed into a completely different person.
I wonder,
Doku's evolving.
Bjorf, if that is your name, what would have happened if he had decided to not go quietly?
He would have implicated himself further.
That's exactly my belief.
Also,
well, maybe
another issue is, remember what we talked about before? That somebody's trying to undermine the defense of Iris? A bunch of knights fighting each other and possibly wounding or killing each other would leave Iris incredibly vulnerable to outside threats.
That is true.
Yes. And I don't know what you all were doing with Ausa, but he did have me keeping tabs on several locations. I'm his eyes and ears, I guess you should say. Most people don't suspect the dog.
Or you could say his lapdog.
I'll kill you.
I've died once. I can do it again.
It's funny.
So you're a talking
I assume you just now saw over in tavern.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Nice.
Honest Bjork. Where's the cigar? No.
He spit it out, remember?
He did spit it out, that's true. This is what's happening right now. The shaggy mop dog. Yes, Primrose, you were saying though.
I am the terrier in the night.
God
no,
damn it.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Jim. Please continue.
It's okay. Oh my god. But so you're a talking dog? I don't remember dogs being able to talk.
Yes, well, I don't imagine knights being so stupid. How could you? It's okay, I understand.
Just casually thinking about the many walking, talking cats and elephants and lions.
And dragons and other mystical beings.
What's in a talking dog?
Cal being very tempted to bring up the fact that not moments before he transformed into a werewolf.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I am literally a spider person.
Yeah, well, I mean, guys, this is Genesis. I don't know what kind of creatures exist in this world. You know, I don't know.
If I had 5 silk, I would probably bet that that's a dragon.
Yes, you figured me out. No, I'm kidding. I, along with many of my compatriots that Elsa has kept so lovingly in his shambling abode, well, for lack of a better term, was created by mistake by our dear, well, I suppose founder is the way that I could put it, Mr. Dr. Worf. Not the gross one.
So then I assume you have your shots?
I'm definitely up to date.
Cool, because quite honestly, I think the last thing anyone was going to worry about is rabies. But, I'm sorry, I got lost in the conversation.
Grand Conspiracy, Operation Starfall.
I think I'm going to be quiet and let all of y'all talk it out. In the morning, you can tell me what happened.
Just don't sleep on the glowing crystal, please.
I'm sitting on a chair right now.
He's sleeping in the one chair. Yeah, that has like a comfy back.
This is the equivalent of shotgun in the laboratory.
Is there like, I don't know the shape of this laboratory. Is there like, I don't know, one of those coat stands where they tend to hang up the lab coats?
Yeah, there is.
Okay. Genevieve is actually, while this conversation is happening, is going to go grab one, and then while Mr. Marquis is slumped in his chair, is going to drape one of the old lab coats across his front and say, maybe you should sleep it off.
Thumbs up. Pass out.
He had a very rough night.
He's had a very rough night. Genevieve feels very bad for as much shit as she gives him. That said, Genevieve is now going to take a step back a little bit and continue sifting through documents while this continues. So, Operation Starfall.
At least that's what he called it. Now, do I believe it's going to work? Frankly, not really, but it might. Anyways,
start.
The plan was originally. I accidentally muted myself, of course. Originally, the plan was very simple. It was to get Ausa and his compatriots out of the city with as little casualties as possible. However, well, it wasn't really meant for if Ausa was captured, and it was more so for if he was killed. So we may have to alter the plan slightly.
So Bjorf, do you mean to tell me that even the Knights of Iris can be killed? You mean to tell me things can happen to them?
Well, God damn it.
Well, you see, I would have thought you'd know this from all the anime you watch, but people die when they are killed.
That is true.
I said that purely out of character, by the way. Please.
No, that's Grashiki anime. Anyway.
Jokes aside, at this point, Primrose will deconstruct the helmet of her suit, revealing her face. So, what do we do exactly? What should we do? If you have any ideas, because we're at a bit of a loss.
Well,
not to die.
Well, there are two possibilities. One of which is the last thing Ausa told me before he was taken. He was very aware of what was going on after he woke up. Something. This is from what happened for me. You may not have known, but I keep tabs on Ausa, and frankly, I've been keeping tabs on all of you as well. You went to that old late Valentine's office, and you were walking about in the district of Little Gretel and all of that. I've been keeping an eye on you all for a reason. Now, I didn't expect it to go the way it did, but when I discovered that not only was the 5th district on fire, but Ausa was casually taking a nap in his fancy dress clothes, I figured something had happened. And then, helicopter footage aside, and all of the blame being put on Ausa, and primarily on Ausa, actually, it was strange, if I'm being honest with you. There were 2 others there, were there not?
There were. I believe so. Do you mean at the party?
Well, where else did a big building blow up in recent memory?
Well, several have been blowing up actually. But yes, the most recent one was the party. I noticed with a bit of magic detection that there were several knights at the party that weren't actually knights, and in fact people in disguise. 3 of them ran off into the distance, and I got some footage of them with my phone. But we don't know where they went.
But isn't it strange that only Ausa was the one convicted of these crimes?
No.
Actually, now that you mention it, that is strange.
Why stage doppelgangers for two others when they wouldn't be implicated? Either they were backups, or there's something deeper to that.
I don't know myself. What I do know, very simply, is that a long time before this, it had to be about 10 years ago, maybe less, maybe more. It's strange in dog years. Alsa's previous group of compatriots consisted of himself, Dr. Lazarus Worf, a contraption of his, fueled very similarly to how Valentine was. Her creations were, rather. And now the head of the Greiger family, and a few others who didn't end up making it. And Tuare over there. Well, they were researching something that went far deeper than all of this. It's more than surface level. Trying to find out some corruption of the inside of the city, and well, didn't go very well, if I'm being honest with you, as he has a bullet in his face, and two people took high positions of power. Clearly, it was proof. But Elsa wasn't implicated. And now, of all times, Elsa starts trying again. Now he gets implicated. That's a little strange.
Do you know if he would have had any enemies, perhaps within the guards or within the political system of Iris, that could have wanted to pin him with some crime or something of the sort?
And that is where I come to you. Because no, of all the people who Elsa did not like, none of them would dare implicate another Pillar Knight. No one's that dumb.
That's just not cool, yo.
Yes, it's cool. But now, we're faced with the reality that Elsa has been implicated, and I don't have any leads. But what I do have is a paper trail.
Oh?
It appears as though Elsa laid out for you, and to put in perspective what this dog is wearing, he's basically got a knife strapped to his back, like a Tonto knife. and he has a little pack on his left side. And he reaches to his left. It's basically a fanny pack.
I miss playing, my boy.
Yeah, he unzips it with his teeth, and he pulls out a very crumpled, folded... You can clearly tell that a dog folded this map, as there is bite marks in it, as he tosses it on the floor with his teeth and begins to shuffle it with his hands to try and spread it out.
Oh, god damn it.
It appears as though Elsa wanted you to check out Lazarus's old lab, as well as the sub-basement of the Greiger Hospital. And it appears he also wanted you to see Harmus Worf's old house. I've been keeping tabs on you all, you see, but there's one place that he did not note, but I found. And that would be, as he pulls out his Tonto knife and he walks over and he kind of steps into the center. And he looks around. This is a giant map of the city of Iris itself, all kind of divvied up into the different districts. He kind of saunters over to the 7th district, and he takes his knife and he just kind of plants it in one of the houses that's depicted in there. This house, for some reason, was always on Elsa's radar, and he never ever told you why. He never told me why. All I know is that before Elsa had to pack up and move into the 8th district, he did live in the 7th district, but he stayed at the High Priestess. So as to the meaning of this house and what he was going to be investigating on his own, I don't know.
that would be worth looking into. I mean,
I leave that entirely up to you. I don't have much, but I can assist you how I can. I know many different ways around the city. I know the sewage systems quite well, and frankly, I've been able to move pretty unseen, and it's been helping me for the most part for these long years.
Hey, Bjorn, you remember when Iliaster decided to go into the sewer with pure white clothing?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And then he fell into it.
That actually leads me to my one request of you. Now that I know that you aren't setting up Ausar to be killed, I would like you all to do a favor for me.
No. Leaves it.
No.
nah, Chief.
Nah.
Val's just quiet. He's not sure how to reply.
What is it, Bjorf? What do you need?
I'm very interested in the state of the Greiger household. Lazarus Worf has been considered missing in action ever since that little explosion at his laboratory, and Iliaster von Greiger III has assumed the mantle of the Primarch, as he calls himself. He loves his titles. Ugh.
That's literally the best thing he could have thought of. I want to cry, it's so bad.
Well, it could be anywhere. It could be worse. Admittedly, he used to go by the Croupier, and then he called himself the Bright Blue Star. Iliaster von Greiger III.
I'm sorry, he called himself a croupier?
Yes.
Does he think he works in or he lives in a casino?
He believes that all of Iris is his playground of money and wealth, and subsequently, he also believes he holds the cards. That's how we always put it.
Oh, faffery.
Absolutely.
I want to throw up.
I know I, for one, am interested in finding where Lazarus is.
Well, that's been on my docket for some time, but it's been quite difficult to get into the 2nd District, especially with this business going on, but
Yes, I would assume so.
if I find anything on that front, I can share it with you. If we are allies in this, I'm willing to cooperate, but I can't really be seen with you all. Obviously, this may implicate me, though I don't know how they'd implicate me very well, but if they find any connections to Ausar, I need to continue this. Now, hey, he's gonna reach into his little fanny pack one last time and dig out with his teeth a piece of older technology, but a videotape basically. And upon doing that, he'll toss it on the ground and say, everything with Operation Starfall should be in there. That's the information he was going to pass along to, well, everyone who used to work with him upon the event of his death. But the more pressing news is that if we are going to try and save Ausar from this confinement, we don't have much time.
Of course, we need to do everything we can.
I don't believe you understand.
Well, then elaborate.
There has never been in the history of the city of Iris where Pillar Knight has been considered a rogue asset. They act very brazen and very much almost as their own private government in some aspects, but there has never been a time where other knights have been sent to apprehend a Pillar Knight. Ausar's execution is planned for the end of the week.
What?
Oh.
Then we have no time at all.
Well, then in
We need
that
to work
case,
quickly.
I'm not leaves, joking. Well, do we know whether he's being held? Exactly.
Well, I did follow the convoy when they took Ausa from his home in bindings. The only place that I was able to keep up with them before I lost vision on them. It appears as though they transported him to the center city. They're most likely going to be holding him in the Tower of Iris.
Oh. Rest in peace.
He's dead. All right.
Well, if the better use of physical force can rip them open, isn't that right, Boris? Boris?
Well, we can't take it by force. We certainly can't break in there ourselves. We have to find a way to properly dismantle the lies that have been laid against him. I assume by investigating these places that were of interest. You said you could help us move through the city unseen. That is definitely something we need help with.
No, sure.
Well, that's what I can provide. Now, if you have any information that you'd like to share with me, I would be happy to take. But, for now, the night has been a long one for you, and he kind of looks towards the goop that's kind of lingering and splattered through the...
Hey, I know I'm passed out, but that's no way to talk about it.
He's talking about Marquis. But he looks through and kind of goes, and it appears as though you've had a rough night on top of another rough night on top of another rough night. So,
yep.
You will decide your next course of action, and you come to me with any information you wish to share, and I'll see what I can do. For now, I'm going to go back to my home in the 10th district. If you need anything. And his last little dive into his fanny pack goes, and he yanks out a little button, no bigger than the size of your palm. Just a little yellow button. And then he kind of shakes his fur free, and there's another yellow button on his... Apparently he's wearing a collar, basically. And goes, this is a little notifier. If you ever need me, simply hit that button and I will arrive. It's a tracking device. I hope I can be of assistance. I will be back in the morning, and if you have a plan as to where you would like to go, I'll see what I can do about getting you there, but we don't have much time. I hope that you can help me.
Hope so too.
With that, he leaves. He kind of gives another glance over. He does a little bow. He picks up his Tonto knife and puts it away. And then, aside from climbing up the ladder, he just kind of attaches himself to the wall and trots up the side of the wall, up the hatch, and it closes.
Well,
shit.
Never
Now
mind.
Alzar's on the chopping block.
Never a moment's rest. Okay.
Not in this city.
Doesn't seem like it. Well, we've got places to investigate and we have an execution to prevent. So what do we prioritize? Well,
And
obviously the execution.
And we got about, it's a week.
Till the end of this week.
We got about 168 hours. So not that long. We probably need to start getting busy.
Yes.
First, we need to find out the layout of the Tower of Iris, and we need to figure out how to get in there.
Well, that crystal is still there, yeah?
Yeah, it didn't go away.
Okay. Bjork just took that shit.
Yeah, he just swallows it.
Wait, he did that. The Tanto knife is... Wait, Bjork. I strike again.
He really bjorfed that crystal down.
Oh god.
Also, real quick, I'll be right back.
All good.
No. Anyways.
Well, we could continue investigating Dr. Valentine's lab here, since we are here, just before bed. And in the morning, we could try investigating that house that was of interest. I don't know.
The house?
Before we...
Worf's laboratory, perhaps?
Before we go about doing that, we need to repair your car. It's gonna...
It will need a little bit of work and a little bit of TLC, that's true. But yeah,
Yes.
the one thing that has the biggest time limit on now, though, is we need to figure out how exactly we're going to extract Ausar out of that, because as far as I'm concerned, the more time we take, the more likely it is that the evidence we're looking for might degrade and fade away. But we have a week to save Ausar.
Well, how do we want to save Elsa exactly? Brute force? Magic? Means...
I don't think brute force is much of an option, and even if it was possible, it would only make him and us look worse.
Not with 4 or 5 knights guarding.
Yes, exactly. I mean,
It's okay, Boris,
really
maybe one day.
He did get framed. There is always a way to prove that something didn't happen when it actually didn't.
I knew I should have gone for that law degree.
I mean, to be fair, we need a doctor more than we need a lawyer.
Well, we're certainly going to need a coroner if we don't succeed in this.
We will succeed.
Okay, well...
I said the same thing, and then I got shot in the head.
I'd say let's finish up looking around here, then sleep on it, and come up with a plan of action in the morning. I think we're all a little bit too tired at the moment. Injured, to boot.
I feel... Actually...
Did you guys manage to find anything around here so far? Any documents or weird things?
I was just about to get into that, actually. Doctor, are you an engineer of sorts? Maybe we could use that crystal to fuel something. Or for something in general.
Yes, this crystal we picked up out of the use. It's a living battery. A font of magic. Not unlike yourself, though different in nature in some ways.
Since Boris is inorganic, can I have Boris pick it up, actually?
I want to be sure before we even try that.
I'm kind of curious, actually, since, you know, I am wearing a protective suit. I really only have my head exposed. What do you think would happen if I held it?
You are a living Genesis conduit. I think what would happen is fairly obvious, because this is a semi-limitless battery of magic. If it comes into contact with you, either your outer carapace insulates you and nothing happens, or you blow up. You do the equivalent of touching a car battery barehanded on the electrodes. I'd rather not chance it, if I'm being quite honest. The same reason that even though Valen, she looks over to the dead-eyed amalgam over there, looks like she's ready to devour it right out of my hands, I have not decided to give it to her because I don't fully understand the nature of this thing just yet, and I don't feel comfortable giving or using it quite yet.
I have a way to store it if you are afraid of it that much, though.
Well, storing it seems fairly simple, if crude. If I keep it bound in several layers of cloth, it should be okay. But if you've got a better solution, that's also good.
You could say I dabbled in collecting various magical antiques. I have a special little pouch I can put it in.
Ah, excellent. In the meantime, I'm hoping to find some actual record here among Valentine's documents to see if she has anything explicitly saying what this is. Maybe even, like, you know, as a scientist is supposed to do, keeping a thorough track of her experiments with it. One can hope that maybe some of it survived. Indeed, it ever existed.
Mm-hmm.
So then I suppose I'll ask, before you plan out where you want to go first, because to be clear, you have, they said the end of the week. Now, admittedly, that would be 6 days from now, is how much time you have, because this party happened on a Sunday, or the equivalent day of Sunday. How exactly, who just took a hit? Anyway.
I heard that too. What was
Yeah,
that?
someone took a fat rip.
Hey, listen, alright, I'm sorry, but Marquis been really stressful.
He's been
lately.
really stressed out. Anyway, so there
Also,
are... No? Oh, go.
Yeah. Matt saw it.
It was me. I took the hit.
I updated Bjorf.
Yeah, Bjorf has been updated in Tavern Menu with his fanny pack and Tonto knife. That's easy.
I love it.
And he has rainbow strips.
He has rainbow strips, absolutely. Yeah, that's canon now.
No, this is canon.
It's canon. He was a corgi once, but that was
he was a corgi.
Now he's a changed dog.
He's a changed dog.
Listen, time changes.
Time changes a dog.
I can't believe I originally played him as like a really like shitty one-off character, and then it became canonical lore.
He became a canonical assassin of Ausar and the eyes and ears throughout the city. Yeah, no. I digress. You're all spending your evening how you'd like, but to fully lay out on the table the places that you have on your map currently, along with the VHS tape. Yeah, there he is. There's Bjorfingson, everybody. He's beautiful.
Time changes.
Time changes a dog.
Wow, we're still here.
Everybody
Just
forgets
so
that dog years
every
go
night.
faster, go by faster
feel
than
my numb.
human years.
Every dog
Feel
has
nice.
its day, and I haven't gotten mine yet.
All dogs go to heaven, so why am I in hell?
And all dogs. It's seven dog years to a human year. We gotta grow up fast in our world.
I hate you, Yimps. I hate you. Look how you massacred my butt joke.
He feels the phantom pain on a constant basis.
I
am the storm that is a
Wrong franchise.
Wrong franchise. Anyways, well, technically right franchise, but oh wait, no.
Give me a second, I'll add virtual hair.
No,
No.
Yes. Give him no. All you have to do is give him the Raiden.
Oh my God.
No,
No,
Matt,
wait.
If you
Fray.
give him the virtual hair.
Fray. Judgment Mutt.
Judgment Mutt.
No, the Judgment Bard. The Bard.
No, Judgment Mud is perfect, dude. Oh, god damn it. Anyways, aside from Bjorf having stats.
Also, I just want to mention, by the way, I looked up rainbow straps, trying to find like those rainbow straps.
Oh, no.
Cool images were really like you went rainbow strap on, but like no,
Do it on Bing, you'll get so many more interesting results.
Thank you for all the rainbow dildos.
I looked up rainbow straps and they gave me candy. Like,
it's the fruit strip, the sour fruit strips.
Yimps, the fuck are you looking at?
Rainbow strap.
Let me real quick. I'm gonna put this over in the general depths. This will be the last thing that I say. It's off topic.
You see, Fray,
this is
tailored algorithmic search results.
Interior crocodile alligator.
Damn it.
Rainbow strap, everyone.
$175? Jesus Christ.
Where's this?
Oh.
Oh,
It's
there it
in,
is. Yeah.
Anyways.
My, is that Second Life?
Yeah, it's Second Life.
Huh.
Lord
Interesting.
heaven.
Anyways.
Cookie. So what's been laid out on the table is now you have a VCR, or rather a a cassette tape for a VCR.
I want more.
A VHS tape. There we go. I said a cassette tape. Jesus. You have a
I
VHS
mean, technically,
tape.
that's true.
Yeah, I guess it is true. I'm sure you'd be able to find a VCR in some place. You have a map. There's the mysterious house. There is getting into Lazarus's house itself. There was then also going to the lab in the 7th district. And then there's also now finding out more information about Iliaster. Now, that would work if you wanted to do that, because you already have information on Iliaster, mine being the coin, because it was left behind, and that's something that could also kind of lead for your investigation. Wherever you want to go, you have 6 days to try and find a way to get into the Tower of Iris, and find a way to get Ausar out. That I leave up to you, but how are you all spending the night before the start of the next day? You'll
Leaving Iris.
Getting the fuck out.
The first thing to do in Iris.
If you want, you absolutely can.
That's
No,
like,
I don't believe we can, because that requires getting down to first the lower districts,
Undercity.
the Undercity, and first getting through to the Undercity, which is currently blocked off, as I'm led to believe, and then getting through the Undercity out, which is even going to be more challenging.
You could.
I know I'm going to be holding on to that coin because of the iconography on it, but I think what Cal's going to do is he's probably going to find. He's going to find like one part of the house is like, I don't know, like spacious, but like comfortable enough that he can like set up like whatever cushions are lying around. And I'd build like a makeshift bed almost.
Just throw together a bed.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's an understandable way to spend the evening. What about everyone else? Aside from Marquis passing out on the desk.
Fucking.
I wanna gaggle recipes for funeral potatoes to see if I can figure out how my mom made them.
Then you can absolutely find a way to dig through everything and maybe find a way to make funeral potatoes. What are funeral potatoes?
It's on like a casserole potato dish served at funerals.
Dude, I want
to. It's a thing.
Funeral potatoes is a traditional potato hot dish or casserole that's popular in the American Intermountain West and Midwest.
Huh.
Sucks.
So it's a potato casserole, basically.
Funeral potatoes
Funeral
are
potatoes.
originating in Utah. Huh. Weird.
Uh-oh. Anyway, so
Anyways,
Eugene's
there
looking
a
for gaggling funeral potato recipes. You fucking Genevieve, if nothing comes up on the document front, I'm gonna be looking to see if there's bottles of detergent to try and fucking clean up the slime puddle and make it less reek less, so sleeping becomes slightly more, easy. This is a lab. They should have detergent here, or at least bases.
That they do. And we will get to your hunt on the document front at the end, because that is something that you will find. What about the rest?
I wanted to search around the lab and see if there was a VHS player, possibly, maybe.
Mm-hmm. You could roll you could make a little investigation check with that. You're looking for it.
All right. Give me a second.
Man, I can't believe we legit have to play 6 nights at Alstar's now because we have to go get.
What can I say? I'm a creature of habit. What did you get on your roll, Jim?
It's still loading.
So, Celeste redeemed self-care. Unnoodle yourself.
Oh, good.
Drink a noodle and shrimp.
Oh, my hair got in my mouth.
That's bad.
Oh, man. Thank you, Celeste.
Thank you, Celeste.
Also, I am making it canon that is indeed what Bjorf looks like. He was supposed to be he was supposed to be a corgi, but he's.
Oh.
I accidentally clicked out. What a good boy. That is actually the fucking eye patch. God damn it.
Yeah, man. So a little fun fact about the hair and the bandana and the eye patch. That's all from the same image, but I broke it up into two so that the hair and the eye patch, got scaled properly. But because the eye was going to be tinier, I needed the eye patch to be separate.
Makes sense.
Unfortunately, I got a 12, but I mean it's a VHS player. I'll take.
Yeah,
10
I mean,
maybe.
you just take 10. Yeah, I mean, even then, you spend most of the night looking for a VHS player, and you're gonna find it. I mean, this place is outdated, by about 10, 20 years, and that would lend credence to finding something. Along with finding that, you come across a VHS player, but you also come across a box of tapes. All labeled like EXP-001, EXP-002, and they're all labeled along this. They're all seemingly organized. They're not like tossed about. They've been put together, and definitely sorted in some kind of system. And finding a TV wouldn't take very long either, should you want to.
Yes.
Yeah, and I assume you would. You'd spend the night getting everything together, and within like a good hour, you're able to get it all up. Then we have Tuare and we have Eugene. And Doku as well. What are you doing with the evening? Oh, and Eugene is making potatoes. We're looking to find a way to make potatoes.
Doku's the first alphabetically, so Lynn, where are you doing? Or Sully, where are you doing? Well?
Who's making the funeral potatoes? Doku's making the funeral.
Doku's making the funeral.
Damn.
Yeah, that's true. He'd
Someone's
be
gotta-
crafting his poisons.
Yeah,
And since I have one left,
someone's gonna provide the corpse.
yeah. Does anybody want to try out this mystery vial?
Barry will just down it.
What?
Dougie's gonna look at Tuare, like very intently, and then ask, "What do you think of me?
I'm a spider person.
What do you think of me?"
What do you mean? What do you think? What do you mean? I just met you. I don't really have that much of an opinion of you.
Am I weird?
Am I weird?
Well, I mean,
That's
I think
that's
so.
a truth serum, by the way.
I mean, I think we're all weird.
But am I weird?
You are Doku.
Silence. Nobody asked you.
Just like your your creation, nobody sought your permission.
Jesus, that's rude.
That's rough.
That's rough. Yeah, holy shit, that's rude. That's just mean. The fuck.
Sorry, Doku, you're adopted.
Doku would stare at Valentine and then immediately turn invisible and move his potion crafting somewhere else.
I'm going somewhere else.
I'm gonna go somewhere else to play with my blocks.
Don't you think those? Don't you think that was a little too rude?
Yes, actually, you're correct. But also, I've been through a giant slime monster, an exploding party that went out with a bang, as I had previously been convinced was me being too paranoid, and so now my paranoia is at an all-time high, as are my nerves. Clutching an endless battery that throbs like a living heart, and I'm in a confined space underground with a young child that is a small factory for poison, who is now distilling it and feeding it to present company.
That is fair.
Yes, but I think that we are all doing that, having to deal with that.
What I
don't
mean
think that...
is, right now, my entire perspective of what is normal and good behavior is a little skewed.
That's fair. Now we move on to you, Tuare. Now that you've ingested a truth serum, truthfully, what do you want to do?
I want to kill. Joking.
I want to kill.
Since I got called away like halfway through this, what besides Doku becoming Walter White in the back? What is everyone else doing currently?
Marquis is sleeping. Jean is trying to find a way to make funeral potatoes.
Very productive, yes.
Yes. Then we have Primrose, who is assembling a VHS and a VCR, along with she's getting movie night set up. And then Genevieve is inspecting more for what they can find on the front of this crystal. And and Marquis is, as I said, asleep.
And also Cal's making a bed somewhere in one of the other rooms. But when he's done with that, he will come back and he will like try and investigate like the rest of the room as well.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to walk somewhere, and I'm gonna see if I can talk to someone to see if I can get a little bit of help.
Okay.
Seems that.
Where are you going?
I'll message you.
Okay.
Very suspicious.
Sus.
Also, I assume we're good to take a long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
You're good.
I realize that I can just craft potions during a short rest as well. It just said so, but I didn't read my own text.
I didn't read.
You made your class, Lynn.
I made my own class and I don't know its context.
Fair, it's been a bit.
Yeah. I'm a warlock, but with poison. 2 spells. And 2 actual spells.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Alright, yeah. Okay. Nah, it makes sense. Tuare, you can go visit that person. It's gonna take like 2 hours to get there. But you know, you can make it work.
Okay, I'm gonna go out and go talk to some people, Boris, make friends with them.
You're leaving your only weapon behind?
I have another weapon.
Okay.
What is Boris?
Boris
He's a golem.
is a giant stone golem.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, right, the stone golem.
The golem that literally was helping keep the ceiling up while leading people out, yes. Anyways, we will get to that last, though, because the documents and everything have been found. So after about an hour, everyone has kind of consolidated. Tuare leaves. He's heading out to go chat with someone. Shady as that may be. He has left the lab. Looking around. Honestly, just by nature of digging, there's no need to roll for it. Primrose has gotten her VCR and found a TV and has been digging through that. And while that's been going on, with Kaladin and subsequently also Genevieve digging through old notes and files, a lot of it is old research notes, obviously. In particular, the file room that is at the... Because as this lab is set up, it's set up into 2 different rooms. There is the main laboratory, and then in the door behind the primary desk where Marquis is slumped, is the file room. And that's where you guys have mostly been digging. And while there's no terminals there, this is a little bit more analog. It's a little less analog, rather. It is kind of packed. This is roughly what appears to be 5 years of daily research slammed into different filing cabinets, and kind of consolidated very hastily into this new place, is what I should say. In here, you find files that, even when you searched at the school in the 4th district, getting into their files, there was not information of this magnitude. Nothing is redacted here. Specifically, what are you looking for? Because there is a lot.
Specifically, at least in this instance. Okay. As I am right now, I'm looking for stuff specifically pertaining to the crystal. Further information, I think, for later at least. If there's any like binders on things like the night program, for the amalgamations, for the what do you call it? Any records on the other super soldier programs like the homunculi and stuff like that, if she happened to have that. Those binders are present and I can see it on the label. I just kind of want to grab those for later perusal, but right now what I want to read through is stuff specifically on the amalgams, and hopefully on anything pertaining to like heart, battery, power source, things like that.
Digging through them, you would find that there are 4 different projects that have been sorted through, and these are dictated by 4 different filing cabinets, basically, or at least 4 different rows of them. The first one is Project Wildlife, is how it was named. This project, it doesn't seem to be very fruitful. These group of projects seem to be what happens when you pump either magical genesis into animals and other monsters and creatures such as that, and how their reactions were. There's not much here. You don't spend much time on it.
Would it be fair to say that that's what happened with Bjorf?
In the reading that you'd find, it seems as though that yes, that seems to be part of the case, and you find that Dr. Harmus Worf was actually one of the leaders on this project, and these files were stored later by Valentine. They were working as basically a secondary.
Okay.
The second file list you come across refers to something as Project Second Life, which went about pumping magical genesis into corpses and pumping natural and magical genesis into corpses. Some came fruitful, and you don't stick too long on this, as while it did work, it worked to adverse effects. The third would be Project New Life, and this would be the Homunculi Project. This was headed by Dr. Adani, who was, actually, as we've seen in Doku's backstory, who was pertaining with this even after it was shut down. In fact, some of these notes pertain with him. Dr. Adani Evanal is that he insisted on continuing, and even after the project was cut, he used his own funding to continue it before he vanished, and these are incomplete. The fourth one is one that is titled with, it is a project that has not been given a name, actually. And these begin to pertain to the amalgamates that you've come across. About creating a creature cultured entirely of natural genesis, and once its form has been created, giving it a form of sentience through magical genesis. And in doing so, they soon discovered that a conduit would be needed. A conduit of some kind that would not eventually power down. These things were almost, once exposed to it, becoming like vampires. They were hungry for more, and they would either turn off and their form would fade, or they would go rampant and have to be put down. You don't sort through all of these, presumably. These aren't typed, these are handwritten notes now. The change is becoming there. She's worried that someone is following her and has continued to build her research in a different place and a different time, and eventually she comes to this conclusion that whatever powers that may have been, or the powers at be, had brought with them a cavalcade of stress, and she believed that there was someone always watching her and that there was someone coming after her. And in her final entry, she explains that she doesn't expect to live until the morning, that someone has been tailing her, and that her research is most likely going to be destroyed. So she's going to be taking shelter and work for as long as she can. And that is where it ends. Now, you would know that this lines up with the devastating fire that killed Dr. Valentine in the first place. At least on record. The next day, she would be dead.
Shutting the file and glancing over to the, I suppose, insensate amalgam and to the traces of the puddle of the thing we killed before. Definitely seems like her research endured in some respect, but yeah, strange how your work immortalizes you in the oddest ways. And between Doku, the Amalgam, myself, and so many others, it seems like the despite the best efforts of the people in charge, they never really managed to rub out what was left of them. That's kind of inspiring in a way. Yeah, she's gonna shut that. Put the she's gonna take out her own notebook and make some basic bluff notes of her own. Basically outlining everything she's found in her own shorthand, and then putting the files back, and snapping a few pictures for evidence just in case, because who knows? We've already been found once. Chances are we might leave this place at some point, come back, and the stuff will be destroyed. It's been a worrying trend, and having backups won't hurt. And Valentine knows that a lot of the projects got shut down because the night program showed such promise. And the arrangement was that when one program finds success, the rest get shut down. There was the question of why the Amalgam program was shut down despite showing promise before the night program, meaning there might have been something going on there behind the scenes. But in a strange way, Valentine seems to have lived on through Valen. And now we have the crystal, which is a power battery, one that is unpredictable and possibly volatile, leading me to wonder whether or not there's something like that inside Valen. Something more refined and stable. Also leading me to the conclusion it's probably a really bad idea to feed this to Valen. So that's off the table.
Yeah, Valen is still going to try. I'm letting you know.
Oh, for fucking sure. And I'm going to be doing my best to keep it away. Another reason, perhaps, to subtly hand that to Tuare at some point. Haven't known the Spider-Man for very long, but Ausar trusts him, and if Ausar trusts him, I trust him.
He's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Exactly. Does whatever a Spider-Man can. So yeah, Valentine, after taking some notes, taking pictures, and stashing things away, comes back to the main room, finds a chair of her own, and does her signature slump.
Now we get to Tuare. Tuare, you left that night. You went out walking, and presumably it's gonna be a relatively long walk. You're in the 6th district to my memory, and yeah, we're in the 6th district.
I'd probably get mugged by the lemon kids here and there.
Yeah, you're gonna get mugged by the lemon kids. Aside from being held up by some children with a gun.
Give me your fucking money, lemon.
You do end up making your way through the 6th, and then around the 7th, as the 7th district is still on lockdown after the attack that devastated it. And make your way back to the 8th district, where Ausar was just arrested.
I get arrested, Joker.
You might, but
I'm a Spider-Man, you see.
The increased guard presence is there, and honestly, coming back to the 8th district and walking to where you have to walk, you would basically have to cut across back towards the penthouse, and there's a bit of tension in the air. The guards are on edge. They're patrolling the streets in both vehicles and in the sky. It's almost like they're still doing a manhunt, though the manhunt has already ended. And even just passing by some guards who are walking, they're more concerned about the situation at hand than to even pay attention to you. The tension could be cut with a knife. And you're not quite sure why that is. It's whatever the case may be, you do make it past the High Priestess Hotel, which is on severe lockdown. Not the High Priestess. I apologize. The Rising Sun. There we go. Where you used to stay.
No, you tell me I went to a burning building?
You went to the burned down building. Yeah, no. You make it to the Rising Sun, and there are guards everywhere. They are actively, seemingly searching for someone. The entire block has been shut down. So you have to take a long way, and cutting through some alleyways, and eventually you find yourself at the Guidillion Market that you all visited just a few days ago. And though the street is relatively quiet and most of the buildings have been shut down, you make your way up to a familiar bakery and you give a knock. A very specific knock. It's a little weird at first, but one that can only be done with someone with multiple arms. More like... but, you know...
the guards across the street just look at me like, what the fuck is
going on? But it's in this bakery that the door opens for you. And inside, you are met with an elderly-looking woman, a Drider woman for most sake, or one of the Sparasa with a lower body of a spider. And standing there, you hear, "Oh my. Well, if it isn't, Thickums. Oh, how dearie are you? It's been a very long time. You look terrible."
I told you not to call me that, and yes, I do not feel the best, but hello.
Well, though this music does not light up at all, that's so funny. June is absolutely correct. Anyways, she goes, "Sit down, I'll get you some jelly eggs. It's been such a long time. Have you gotten yourself into some awful trouble yet again? Have you been shot again?" As she then kind of saunters over, crawls along the wall, and then grabs a carton of eggs that she then walks over with and sets them on the table, opening them, and reveals this little custard dish that is shaped like an egg and filled with jelly.
He pours you a brimming glass of spiders.
He very much spoiled me. But no, thankfully I haven't been shot again.
Well, don't end up going the way of my husband. That would be a terrible way to die. Oh, he was ripped limb from limb. Anyways, how are you, dearie?
The old body's dead?
Yes, he died. Very painfully.
What happened?
Oh, well, I don't like to go back with the specifics, but he got into some trouble, and he tried fighting with his old skills that he learned out from those Corsa monks. He was a little too old, his back gave out, and then they beat him to death. But that's what you get for playing with those gangs, and I told him. Anyways, that's just my late husband. I don't care much about him anymore. Anyways, how are you, dearie?
I'm doing rather good. I take it you have noticed the increased presence outside?
Oh yes, again. But I keep to myself nowadays, dearie. I don't concern myself with the archives or anything of the sort anymore. I stick to my baking.
I see. However, I do have a favor to ask. Considering you were once a individual of great knowledge and probably still am. When your husband was out and about, did he happen to scout in the Middle City?
Oh, you mean the Center City? The place with the big old tower, yeah?
I want as much information as you can give to me on that tower.
Oh, dearie.
If available.
She'll kind of nestle in and her normal demeanor being the way it is, she just kind of rests her arms, or some of her arms, on the table and others kind of on her chin, and goes, "You know, this is not a one-way street, my dear. You have to give payment and pay tribute if you wish to seek knowledge." What
Yes,
do you have
I'm
to
very.
offer?
Well, that depends. I have a question for you. What do you want in particular?
She'll kind of look you up and down,
Because
and for a moment she'll sit there and goes, "Well, you're certainly not what you used to be back in your heyday, but I suppose it will still do."
excuse me.
I don't like the context of this conversation with the music playing right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the music.
Hey,
How about-
Sonny.
Oh no!
I don't like where this is going.
I don't like what. Stop.
Pay up, Sonny.
You're gonna have a special type of payment with me, boy.
No.
That's what
I
you
would like
say.
to get off
To
this
s-
wild ride, Mr. Bone.
You see, I am a black widow, and for all these eggs that I serve you, I want mine fertilized.
Ah!
I shoot myself again.
No worries,
And then
dearie.
afterwards, a little bit
I'll
dessert.
give you some fresh cream.
Yes, and then afterwards, I want to take a little nibble.
Matt, what's the
Widow.
role for gay men? What's the
I have the eggs if you bring the cream.
I would like to roll 3d100, or like the 3d100 psychic damage for everyone. During this.
Oh, Christ alive.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
Like the Twilight wanting to kill himself.
Yeah, no, she leans back and goes,
How about this is you know I'm a librarian. I have access to a certain archive. The man currently in that prison is going to be probably one of the keys to get into that archive again. If there's anything in there that you want, I can maybe bring out a few things.
"That's subject to if you can even do it, because the last time you ended up with a bullet in your head and me having to stitch your eye closed."
Listen here. I don't think things will end that way. Ilias was very much not a good egg, along with that weird scientist Lazarus.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm very sure. At this point, she kind of leans a little closer, inspecting.
Oh boy.
Help.
Oh boy.
Help. Boris.
Stranger danger.
Alright.
Boris? Oh wait, I left Boris alone.
Boris.
No, Boris will tell you to say Suka Diet and then fucking proceed.
Suk! And then beat the shit out of you. Anyway, she'll kind of lean in very snake-like, and which is funny for a spider person, and kind of say, "If you give me access to your archive, dearie, I suppose I could be of some assistance to you. A Godillion archive is very, very hard to come by these days, especially since the monarchy has thrown themselves to disarray."
I have the lock. Do you have the key?
Oh my god!
Oh no, what am I
Ghostbuster reference for all you out there.
If you can do that for me, then very simple. I will offer you the information I have. But, should you fail, that's a life debt. And I'll be calling in a very important favor for you for a little sub-adventure that I have need of doing. Something I just can't do anymore in my old fragile age.
No. Help.
Remove the boxes from
Don't
shelf
lose your
A
head,
to shelf
Fray.
B.
Don't lose your head.
What have I done?
Anyways, she kind of leans back and goes back to her grandmotherly kind of behavior. "Okay, honey, now what do you need to know?"
I'm entering my slut arc.
I'm entering my
Just
slut.
a subtle little note. She's literally a widow.
She's literally a widow. Yeah. I'm glad you picked up on that because
It's so dusty with all these cobwebs in my basement.
What, you ate your husband, didn't you? Yes.
he had it coming.
And so did I.
You'll never see it coming. But
You will
I
actually see it coming.
did.
All right. Anyways,
I
The
hate it here.
sight of my eyes.
oh.
I hate it here. Anyways.
Anyways, what would you like to know, my dear?
Well, anything on that prison will do. Guard hours, particularly rotation, stuff like that.
Oh,
A plumber makes a drain. Tuare cleans the cobwebs.
Oh my god.
I hate it here.
Somebody please edit Tuare's face onto a pizza.
Tuare,
delivery
the
man.
pool boy.
Oh,
On
my
it,
God.
Chief.
Thanks.
Thank you. I very much wanted this. I hate it. I hate it here. Anyway.
Anyways, oh
Mr.
dear,
Skellybones, I'd like to get off your wild ride.
please help. Anyways,
Help.
kind of
Help.
she leans forward again and goes, "Dear, there's no guards in the center city."
Is that so? Then what guards it?
The tower itself.
I see. Please don't tell me that that answer was part of the payment.
No, trust me. At first, I need to know why you want to go to the center city. There's not much
Well-
there.
Well, we have a little hunch that the recently incarcerated Alsar King is over there.
You believe they actually caught him?
Oh. Excuse me?
Take a look around, Tuare. The guards are on edge.
Look around.
They're terrified. You know, maybe for a media circus, you think that Ausar wouldn't have gone and fought? You know Ausar.
That is true. So what you're saying is I got hit with the propaganda.
Maybe. I haven't seen him. It's a little theory of mine. Maybe he's not even there to begin with, but... What I will say...
I feel like he knows something, though.
Oh dear, you don't have enough money in your coffers and nothing to give that would ever let me spill all
I
that.
have a whole archive.
And you would be surprised how little that means when a kingdom is fallen and their tills, I can't remember the fucking word, and their archives are shredded.
Yes, but this archive isn't shredded.
Yet. Nevertheless, I don't know what the Ausar situation is. I'm just taking an educated guess.
Not to mention it's not even in Guedel anymore.
Exactly. And let's be fair, I doubt our homeland is going to survive another uprising. Regardless, all I'll say is that I don't think that this is as meets the eye as it all should be. And what I can offer you is a very simple warning.
That being?
Take caution if you are to step against this city.
I mean, I think I learned that when I got shot.
Yes. Yes, you did. But clearly you didn't learn enough because you're back. That's okay, dearie. She'll put a hand on yours and just kind of give you a reassuring pat. What I can offer you is a very simple and rough estimation of the things my husband found before his timely death.
Is that so?
Was it also filled with cobwebs?
I hate it here.
Tuare trying to get information. Everyone else, fuck her! What?
Oh, fucking don't you worry. I'm working on that.
Milk! This is a guild
I want Tuare in a pool boy outfit.
Right now I'm working on the pizza boy delivery.
I see.
I'll get to the pool boy in a bit.
Oh, poor man. He's been shot in the head once, and now he has to go through this.
Now he's getting.
And now he's about to get shot in the pants. I mean,
he's about to do. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. It's too low hanging. Anyway. Yeah.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
Regardless of what may or may not be happening on the off screen,
help.
Yeah, help. She kind of leans in and she clatters away for a second, and she places her hand under the bakery, like the baked goods section, that shows the display of everything she has that day, and
Display
it kind of
goods.
display rack thing. Yeah, she displays her goods. After
I'm now interested.
after reaching under the counter, and she holds her hand there for a moment, the windows are blacked out on the outside, and subsequently you can only assume the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the tables in the center flips over and produces a projector from the center.
Mm-hmm.
And as she clatters around, she makes her way back over there, and on this metal table starts putting her hand in the center, of which something projects onto the ceiling. Very similar to how Ausar had his little apparatus, this one is to hers. And it shows a map, once again, of the city of Iris, but this time it centers in on the city at the very center. And this place is laid out what you'd expect, skyscrapers and everything, but at the very center is a purple tower, cracked at some way, but and seemingly still the dead centerpiece of what Iris is. And and Miss Bioto begins to speak. She goes, "They've built this city, but no one really lives there aside from the politicians and some notable people, because frankly, it's not safe. They built themselves a nice fancy skyscraper, but it's more of a box to surround the council's chamber. Now, we don't know what the inside looks like. No one's been inside the Tower of Iris or their ancient libraries for, well, since even before it was raised into the sky. What I do know is that there are almost no guards, there are almost no vehicles, and frankly, I don't think anyone actually does live there. If you were to try and get in, you would have to get around the inlaid security methods that the tower has pre-programmed into it. Do you remember what happened when you approached it last time?
Do I remember?
You can roll a history check.
All right. Hit my computer.
And I now have your pool.
Perfect.
Let's have a look.
Oh my god.
Oh, you found the old Tuareg.
Oh, no.
It's the only one I have access to.
Oh,
Jesus.
It actually fits so well.
Oh god.
And if
God
you look
damn it.
right above it too.
Jesus.
I also have
God damn
a
it.
Fray's Pizza Boy.
Oh god.
Julian's question, what's going on in chat?
What's going on? Julian misses one session. Tuareg becomes a prostitute. Anyways.
Beautiful.
I rolled an 8, so no, I don't remember.
Well,
Shot in the head.
yeah, you got shot. Yeah, getting shot in the head. Ain't that a kick in the head? Anyways,
I think I lost that when I got shot.
wouldn't be surprised. Well, that makes things a little more difficult, but from the way you described it,
Mm-hmm.
your blue friend, the one who shot you in the face,
Yes.
he erupted into flames, and the way you put it, I believe, his husband, if they're even still together, I believe he died. Well, I don't keep tabs on Cater anymore. Anyways, they erupted their wings. Something is channeling there. Something is able to get deep within who you are and pump you full of magical genesis. Now that could be a problem.
You're full.
Oh my god, stop it. Everything you say, every time you mention anything.
Keeps getting more sus.
To stop you from getting pumped full, you're gonna need some protection.
It keeps getting worse.
We've devolved. I can't fucking stand it, dude.
It's canon. It's canon.
We all need.
Well, I mean, in a bit, here neither would right?
Now, as to what you could do for that, I don't have any answers to you. But it seems like your old friend Ausar there had some kind of anti-magical fortress that stopped even the watchful eye of the Tower of Iris. If you can find out what he did there, maybe you can personalize it for yourself. But that would involve getting back up to that penthouse, and I don't think that's going to happen right now.
Unless you can help.
I don't even think that there's anything I could do. But if you have someone who knows how to move around, maybe they'll find another way to get to the penthouse without being seen. If you have any friends, high places, I'll help you there. But that's all I can offer you.
I see. Well, we do have the dog again.
Oh. Anyways, I think it's time for you to go. And she scuttles on over, folds it back. The windows become transparent again. And it comes back into a normal bakery. I'm quite tired, dearie, and it's been a very long day, but I'm so happy that you're doing well, and please take the eggs for the road.
I will take the jelly eggs.
You have to specify.
Yeah, you take those eggs.
Good boy.
I will also shoot Kaladin.
Good boy.
You cannot escape your destiny.
No.
And the Thickums, please do come back. I'll have more eggs for you. We can catch up. And don't forget your favor you offered me.
Wow.
Okay. Twari's gonna leave the room. Leave
Oh yeah,
the store.
Twari leaves smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm working on a very fucking in-depth edit.
She doesn't understand how I feel about her.
And Twari, right as he leaves the bakery, he's gonna say, "Well, that isn't going into the book anyway."
That's not going into the book. So yes, with this newfound knowledge, you have some better understanding as to what lies in the center city, and subsequently a potential idea on how to get in, if you can find a way to replicate what Ausar did at the penthouse. Are you going to stay the night there, or are you going to take the 2 hours to walk back?
I'm gonna walk. I'm disturbed now. I'm going to walk back.
I was going to stay, but then some people had to make it weird.
Do come back now, Thickums. Anyway.
Never call me that again.
Who comes back with a hobble?
So, for reference, the Thickums thing came when Tware originally was going to be a Drider rather than a 2-legged person, was going to be the 8-legged, big, thick spider. And she was like, "Oh dear, we haven't had a Thickums in a long time." And it always...
Actually, remember, it was the ring he had, because
yeah,
he
it
could
was
switch.
the ring. That's right, you could switch forms because of that ring. Anyways, the walk back is met similarly with that tension.
Walk of shame.
Yeah, the walk of shame. You collect panties, and you. No, I'm kidding.
Are the jelly eggs at least tasty?
Oh, those jelly eggs are as delicious as you remember them. One comfort you'll find.
The only comfort.
The only comfort you found in this now steamy engagement. Obviously, you know. But with this newfound knowledge, Bioto sends you on your way with now the promise of a first look into your
While walking back, I just see the grave of Baldy, of the bald spider.
He got in the undersea.
We're gonna get banned.
Red is here and saying quest.
We're gonna get
Hey Red, how you doing?
There is no issues here.
Yeah,
There are no issues here.
This is a normal, average Genesis game.
Aside
Yes,
from
totally normal.
Fray getting fucking getting eye candied.
Getting memed up and sexualized, not by the actual character that he's talking to, but by the players kind of gazing down from on high.
Yeah, the players gazing down like.
Oh, congrats,
"All right,
Red.
dude." Yeah. That'll be
Solely
great.
I can
It was nice to
explain.
see friends get into the hobby. I hope you have fun
will
with it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm very happy about that, actually. That means we can pull Red in for one of those future night shift VTuber open invite one-shots. Not open invite, closed invite one-shots.
These special VTuber games, yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, you're DMing as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, she is,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
First time D&D player and a first time DM. That's going to be tough, but I think you can do it. I hope you have fun doing it. Yeah, no, first and foremost, have fun with it. And if it's a one shot, it's going to be one session. Feel free to go wild with it.
Absolutely.
Nice thing about one
Speaking
shots
of-
is there's no there's no.
Anyways, Matt, or
Oh,
Fray,
sorry.
what time was it? When
It was like 10 when you left. You're not going to get back until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, that's always good, Red. You can get your homies to go, I don't know how this works, and your homies can go, I think it works like this, and we'll go, sweet. Speaking of that, before the next day, I think that we've hit the 2-hour mark. That's a good place to do a bathroom break, get some water, take a little break, and we can
Bio
chat
break.
with Red Yeah.
Yes.
Chat with Red a little bit there. 'cause-
I need a little bit more time to finish up what I'm doing. Thank you.
Absolutely. And then when we pick up, it will be the next morning, and we can decide where you would all like to go.
Warrior's just gonna go to sleep in the van.
I'm not going downstairs. I need some We're not leaving you, Red. We're specifically staying so that we can talk to you.
Yes.
Yes, but now some people are going to go grab some drinks, stretch their legs, and go hit the
Cry a
bathroom.
little bit.
Cry a little
Yes,
bit. Yeah.
Tuari is he just wants to be alone for a little bit.
Go make soup.
Soup.
Oh, man. Oh, man. What a time. I missed her. I'm glad that you remembered that she had a backstory, Peppy.
Yes.
And now
was
she's
nowhere-
available.
She was nowhere this. She was nowhere this shady in the previous Genesis.
That's because she was a little younger and her husband wasn't dead. Now she's back to her evil, conniving info. world.
She's back to her hoe days now.
She's an info broker and she's very shady. Also, Red, yes, it's okay to be super nervous because when you're nervous, that means that you're excited in your own way, and that means you'll be able to run even better by the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
Also, I will return. I'm gonna go make a single chicken nugget. I'll be right back.
Warrior looking in this phone. Hot
Should be
mom's
right
like,
back.
"Ew, what the fuck?
Fray just wants to flex the fact that he has an air fryer.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you got an air fryer? Nice.
I've had one for a while. Remember, he keeps leaving things in it after frying them.
No, not really.
But he does. He
Are you
keeps
not supposed to like leave things in it?
he keeps frying stuff, forgetting about it, coming back hours later, and then frying it again.
You know, as you do.
As you do.
Wasteful.
Well, Red, here's a nice thing. If you're GMing, it's literally up to you if anybody dies. And of course, it's natural to not want your character to die. Sometimes that's just how it ends. But how lethal a game is entirely up to the person running it, because they're the person telling the story. Or, well, they're the person who's officiating the story. The players are also in charge of the story.
Exactly.
So, if things go really wrong, and people end up dying, blame everybody else.
Exactly. Rami runs off Dark Souls 2 difficulty, so every time we get into his game, we run into a wyvern or some giant ass fucking creature.
That is true. That is actually true.
Yeah, we ran into 2 bullets and then a wyvern.
Well, did you just say you were first time GMing, Red? Yeah, first time DM.
Oh, girls.
I think for a one shot, you could definitely come up with something that's like fast paced and silly and fun.
Oh, definitely. That's probably one of the easier mediums to do it, like campaign mediums.
There's always the
Oh,
option of
okay. Okay, so
module.
you're playing for the first time and your friend is DMing. Well, I mean, it's gonna be fun regardless. I hope your friend has fun with that. He's probably about as nervous as you are. And if it's a one shot, well, yeah, I think that's an important thing often when you're starting off a one shot or even starting off a new campaign is to have a talk between the players and the GM beforehand, kind of get an idea of what kind of story it's going to be. Is it going to be silly and fast paced? Is it going to be something that's like it's a one shot, so everybody's not going to be as what do you call it? What do you call it? Not everybody's not everybody's going to be as invested into the characters. So if they die, it's not going to be as impactful. That kind of thing. Manic Pixie Final Girl. I noticed you had followed a little bit ago. Thank you for coming by. And yeah, Vera is a good friend of the group here.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Who's Vera?
Zoe.
Yeah.
You know Vera.
It's a Solism.
Oh, you know Vera.
It's a Solism.
Oh yeah, Vera.
It took a second for the penny to drop there.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know if that was genuine or not. Is the funny thing.
I don't know if that was meant to be a funny bit or if that was genuine.
Yeah.
Let's go with the former. Yeah. So Vera's a good friend of the group here. He plays in the Saturday games. Thank you for coming by. I hope you have a good time and that you get nothing else. You can throw us on in the background and chill out. For now, we're taking a small bio break while people stretch their legs and get something to drink. Then we'll be right back to the session.
Oh, that is the cool boy things.
Oh, you're...
Ah, I see.
What?
The League.
Yes, so one of Vera's old Tumblr roleplay friends. I say that I used to be part of the Tumblr roleplay scene back around that time as well. Though I ran in a different circle, it seems. Vera I met through a Discord server 5-ish years ago? 4-ish? And we've known each other and played tabletop together since then. We know each other through DnD and other such things like that. As a matter of fact, he plays in the Pathfinder games. You know, the one that happened yesterday, as I said, Saturdays. Yes.
Yeah.
Fun times.
I didn't realize that Tumblr had a role-playing scene. I thought it was
Oh,
more
it's
like
for every fan base. There was a roleplay scene. There's on
Tumblr?
Yeah.
Yep.
There are
Tumblr had a lot of shit.
There are
In fact,
a lot
there's
of
still roleplay scenes on Tumblr.
Oh, for sure. There's blogs dedicated to role-playing singular or multiple characters.
Oh.
This doesn't surprise me at all.
This surprises me.
I used to be part of that.
Okay.
And that's
So originally, I was going to be putting multiple arms on this as well.
Oh Jesus Christ! What did you do?
strange.
Things I do. You God damn it. Things I do. Yes, the things that I do for you all, indeed.
It was so fucking funny when one of you mentioned Enjoy Leave smoking a cigarette, and I'm looking at this image like, yeah.
Are you happy? Are you proud?
Alright, I'm back.
Exceptionally
Welcome
so.
Hi. Oh my god.
I hate it here.
When was it you started doing these silly edits? Was it the Warhammer game?
I think it was before the Warhammer
It was
game.
before the Warhammer game, yeah.
These deep.
It was
knew-
Shadowrun, I think.
No, it was Vampire.
Oh yes, it was Vampire.
Because I started putting those like 8-bit sunglasses onto Nick.
Right.
You
yeah.
can't see me right
You
now.
started
but
with the
I'm
8-bit
proud.
sunglasses. You got more diverse with Shadowrun. and then
And
now
then
here we
then
are.
Mistara started putting
Right.
Shaolin onto faces of famous movie scenes.
And then you did some of the Photoshop of all different faces of the party members, and now here we are.
Oh my god. My favorite
the skill.
one was straight up. I love the one where Shaolin was on the face of E.T. in the basket.
Yeah, with a little blanket wrapped around him.
Oh, it's what you wanted. Is this what you
You're
want?
right, Doctor. To home.
I
can
fly.
I can see. I can fight.
That's a fairly odd reference there.
Yeah, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Get back in the fucking corner.
You can't ground me. I'm the adult.
I'm also an adult. I'm younger than you. Don't get me wrong, but I am also an adult.
You're also a gilf hunter.
That's I don't know if you heard me say this, but
Listen. What Twari does in his free time is between him and the gilfs.
Yeah.
Indeed. But
I'm saying it right now. Genevieve is off the market. She's not looking for you. You know,
Yeah.
as sprightly as you are.
Genevieve's already been picked up by Marquis.
Indeed, I can see
Sure.
that. No, but no, just Twari looks down at his phone and he just suddenly sees, hot mobs near me. What? Hot mob.
Hot moths
Hot
in
moths?
your area.
Read all of his text messages and see the shit that I've had, and it's like, how do they know?
Oh my god, did I butt dial them or some shit? They're like,
Marquis would have been passed out. How did he know?
¿Por qué? ¿Qué?
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 I have returned. Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Oh, hey.
Hello, I'm in great pain. How are you?
Fray, go look over in Tavern menu, and you'll see what I was editing.
Oh my god. The things I do, you guys. Oh, Bear. Oh no. Oh.
Hey Matt, why is hot moms near you appearing on Twari's phone right now?
Hot moths near you.
Hot moths near you.
Hot
Moths near you.
I can't believe you guys may be the fucking cockyween of this fucking group.
Yeah, congratulations, you become professional.
He's joined a new dating app recently. It's called Spindle.
Yeah.
It's specifically for what do you call it? For what was the species name again? Sparatha. Yes.
Plasmido? Oh.
Bro.
It's specifically for Sparatha and other such insectoid and arachnids.
Find love in the nest near you.
Spindler.
Hey, Twari, why do you have a lunch app on your phone?
Don't ask.
So we've reached the point in the Genesis session where we start naming off new brands that should just like wick.
No, we already hit that a while
We already
ago,
hit that a while ago.
but people refuse to acknowledge it.
If we pretend it didn't happen, did it really happen?
Yes.
Did it happen if it didn't happen?
Anyways, though, yeah, once Twari gets back, he's gonna immediately just unlock the van and just go inside, or just like somehow get inside the van and go to sleep.
Really, no shower, not washing off all the shame and
I
sweat.
probably got rained on the way.
He already got a rail. He doesn't need to rail me.
I also
And
really
then
love this. I also would like to mention that I love the special detail that you put into this one with an 8-legged woman of the night.
Yeah.
I was like, is this glitched? Oh wait.
In Minecraft, prostitution's illegal in Minecraft. In Minecraft.
Prostitution is legal here.
There is a goose squaring up in the middle of the road.
Hold on, let me fly to Vegas real quick. So
you can talk about this. Yes. No. If in my country, it's perfectly legal. You people and your barbarians.
We're not barbarians like you guys.
Yes.
All right.
Here you can get a license for.
Oh man, a license. Anyways, before we get into that topic,
I'm licensed to fuck your mom.
Could very well be, actually.
I'm sorry, the fucking music.
It really kicked on. It's morning.
It's morning.
Funky.
Congratulations. You made it through the night. You weren't attacked.
There is one last thing I want to do before it actually got too late. Basically during the night, whenever I fucking wake up a little bit early because I was passed out drunk.
Yes, I was gonna mention. It's Marquis does wake up before everybody.
Yeah. I do want to look at my phone.
Okay.
Moss,
I
your
need
area.
to check on everything.
Ignore all the text from Tawaru saying help.
I was
going to ignore those anyways.
Damn, bro. That's tough.
I assume that you go on Iristagram.
Yeah.
Well, of all things that are there, checking Iristagram and subsequently also checking TikTok, you are met with a cavalcade of news, basically. Scrolling through are different videos and everything of the Lucky Sevens casino and hotel being lit ablaze, or the most popular one is as it was collapsing, they captured a child running down the side of the building, and then promptly the focus turned off of that to the Pillar Knight Karn lifting the falling building into the sky. You see a lot of edits.
So much Photoshop. I hate it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people putting this stuff into like oh god, Adobo editor. And
Adobo chicken adobo
Spicy.
editor.
Yeah, the spicy editor, and they're putting music behind it. They're doing everything. They're making a lot of Karn compilations. He's very popular. But on top of that, you're most likely looking for some other things, and there is no official statement yet from Vera, and their
Vera in our game.
Vera, different. I had to change the name. But thank you for tuning in, by the way. We appreciate it, even if you had to head out. But good luck with your allergies. But you do find on Alan's page a lot.
Yeah, latest list.
Adelaide, hello. Why
Also,
are you
I'm sorry,
doing
but
like-
this won't leave me alone. So there's TikTok, and to complete the pun, you know what's very prevalent on TikTok?
Toes.
Toes.
Oh no.
What?
You
why
did this to yourself.
Why are we saying?
You left
Why
yourself
are
wide
you
open.
saying? Why are you saying these things? I'm so confused.
Because tic-tac-toe.
Oh god damn it! Okay, I'm gonna shoot you.
And now the pun hits.
I had to explain the joke. Congratulations.
God fucking.
Congratulations.
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 Oh man, oh.
Anyways, while you're all sorting through this and you're getting everything kind of situated, while you are sorting through all these delta edits of
Delta.
yeah, like Delta Man edits, like the
Yes.
Sigma Man edits of Karn, and you inevitably find Alan's page, which is littered with a ton of things. Lots of pictures, lots of selfies, lots of different taglines. And then the live stream video that was saved to his Iristagram account of him posing up, hanging out, very intoxicated, having a good time, and then eventually as you scroll through it, your face straight on as you go, "We have to go, bye." You had a mask on, thankfully. But looking at the likes on these, you notice, just scrolling through, I presume, that Shining Sun Knight has liked every single one of them. Who is Shining Sun Knight, you might ask? Clicking on, it's Alan's ex, also known as your sister.
Well,
And she's liked every single one of these posts, along with hundreds of others.
Yeah,
Except that last one.
Oh
Yeah, it could be.
And there's a comment saying, "Who are you hanging out with, Alan?"
Oh no.
No response.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
maybe it's
no.
because she never checked that one. You know, she can't be on it all the time.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
no.
no. No.
Now we really need to keep our heads down.
There is no reply.
Yup.
As the building blew up. But you know, that's okay. There is a new post, though, that was posted by Alan explaining, "I'm okay, we are okay, everything has been alright since
And that totally wasn't Marquis from
that
blah blah blah.
totally wasn't Trellio Lior. That totally wasn't heir to the Lior family, missing son for over 10 years.
God damn it. I hate it here.
He does go on to say that him and his friends made it out, and though he has some cuts and bruises, he is as strong as he always could be.
Is he though?
And he'll be back to regular posting soon after things get better, and that he hopes that everyone made it out safely, and it was thanks to the brave knights who came and saved them, as well as his friends who helped get him out of there. And then a heart.
Heart. How many heart emojis?
There's
how many?
only one. Also,
Okay.
one moment.
Yeah. Also, if you guys kindly look over in tavern menu.
You
This is
Yes,
one of
Fiddler, I know.
Fiddler, yeah, I just saw it. God damn it.
Why do you insist on hurting me this way?
Oh,
It's definitely one of my lazier ones.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. I'll be real with you. It actually kind of
Why
works.
do you insist on hurting me this way?
Anyways. Yeah, no. Aside from that, you do get some texts from Alan. Explaining stuff like, "Dude, what the fuck happened last night? Where are you? What happened? Hey, are you dead? Excuse me, I'm coming over. Where are you? Why are there guards everywhere over where you lived? What did you do? You idiot. I'm coming over. Wherever you are, where are you?" There's a lot.
What a lot of things to say. That I just want
I'm coming over. Where are you? I'm coming over.
Man, Marquis, you have a great friend. Shame you're such a bad friend to him.
Hey man, you want to go to this party? Fuck yeah, dude. We blew up. He was at ground zero of the explosion and almost died.
Hey, I made certain he was okay, I think, before I went to go check on Vera.
Yeah, he's alright.
Hey, Marquis, how are you? I'm dead now. Oh, you want to hang out? You want?
I would take like a small moment, like very breath, as I just sort of mutter myself, like, I made a mistake. And I will eventually text him back, like, I'm fine, gotta lay low. Stuff happened.
You're not at all worrisome.
I assume no one else is up at this point.
You probably hear snoring from inside the car if you can even hear that far, or not even that far.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just it's.
Sorry, I was handing the Fray off. My mother popped for her weekly visits, so she was hanging out.
No, she took the baby. No.
Nah, it's fine, man. The Fray can kill his mother. And
Yeah,
Minecraft.
My mother in Minecraft.
In Minecraft. In Minecraft. Oh shit! In Minecraft.
In my
Anyway.
Christian Minecraft server.
In my Christian Minecraft server. But yeah, no, you get like sick because of course this is how Alan texts. He doesn't do one paragraph. He goes, "Okay, thank God." Another text. Gods. ... Even though they're dead, you're not dead. Another text. How did this happen? Period. Don't answer that. Period. I'm coming over. Period. Wait, no, I can't. Period. Why are there guards everywhere? Period. Are you affiliated with that knight actually? Question mark. How did you meet Ausar? Question mark. He's like a shut-in? Question mark. And isn't he also being executed?
I'm hitting the call button at this point.
Okay.
Like I imagine my text between me and fucking him are like, this series of like a bunch of texts, and then Marquis is called, Trelio is
Yeah,
called.
exactly. Trelio is calling.
Hey man, what are you doing? Shut the fuck up.
So you're alive. You hear Alan kind of pick up very very
Yeah.
quick. Like,
Yeah,
so you
I'm
didn't blow up.
No, I didn't. I did, but I got killed in front.
I got better.
Yeah. To answer your question about the situation of who I was living with. Yeah. But he's, I think, innocent.
Well, anyways, you have no idea the amount of flack I've gotten into since I got back. Not only did Vera come back and ask me a ton of questions, but then my ex called me. Do you know how scary your sister is?
No, actually, I went to deep hiding and undercover with my family because I thought that she was a bunny rabbit, honestly.
Well, she's not.
Yeah.
And apparently, she said, and I quote, "If you're hiding anyone, and I mean anyone, from me, there's gonna be a missing heir for your family." I don't want that. She melts people.
Oh, it's a good thing you're not hiding me.
I know. Listen, I'm glad you're okay. And your sister is nothing that I can't handle. I've done it many a times before.
Bullshit.
I take her to the bed and bam, I'm like, that's my sister.
That's my I know. Anyways. Listen, I'm glad you're okay, but what are you going to tell Vera?
That's the question. The answer is I shouldn't have told her anything.
You did, though. And, listen, she's coming by tonight to talk about what happened. If you want to stop by, I'm just going to open up the offer. Because, yeah.
Please, man, I don't want to die.
I'm not scared of her, but,
I'm not scared of her, but I would like a witness.
I would at the very least think that it might give her something to understand. We thought you were dead, and
I am literally biting my lip right now.
I am hiding. Listen, she's coming over tonight. Your sister isn't. At least your sister shouldn't. Either way, you can come if you want. If you don't, I won't say anything. But give it some thought, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for not dying.
Yeah.
Bye! Click.
Yeah. Bye. After they hang up, I just sort of like sit there on the chair with like bouncing the edge of the phone against my forehead. For someone who's supposed to be really smart, intelligent, creating a devised secret plan in order to reclaim your spot, why do you do so many stupid things?
That really is the question, isn't it?
I would
Dumbass.
do anything for love.
And I do mean that.
I do mean that.
Please get me out of here. I don't want to be here.
Anyways, after this nice phone call and everyone having some thinking to do, everyone else starts to begin to wake up. Admittedly, Tuare isn't there, but presumably he'll come downstairs.
Tuare's the agent. Tuare's the agent of the night. It's fine.
Tuare's the agent of the night. Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone were to go, if anyone were to come outside, you'll hear some snoring coming from the car, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. But one by one, everyone gets up. everyone kind of begins their day. Mention, mind you, there is no food here. There is admittedly almost nothing here, even though there's, like a coffee pot, but there's definitely no coffee that you could assume is good, and frankly, it's covered in mold because the last person who used it did not remove the coffee grounds.
Doke is gonna rub his tummy, which is rumbling.
His
Then
tum
reach
is-
back into his pocket, into his little pouch, and pull out the one thing that he retained from the second session of the game. A centipede.
Don't eat it.
Huh?
Oh.
Who ate the centipede?
Well,
I ate the centipede.
I forgot you picked up a fucking centipede.
It could have, and you said my pocket wings were weird.
It is weird. You have a chicken in your pocket.
Chimkin.
Also, question. I kind of, I may have missed this, but did we end up watching the VHS tapes?
No, we didn't actually end up watching those videotapes. Everybody was tired, and everybody had their own thing to do, so they all went to bed.
Oh, that was in character. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, so movie night wasn't actually movie
No,
night.
not movie night. What Eugene said.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. Over in Tavern Menu.
Oh! My bad! I thought Dino was just joking. Okay. Well, then we can then we can go back to that. Congratulations, Eugene. You did. You called him a wait, what did you say? Run it back, because I thought you were just making a joke.
Stop it.
That's for a Machiavellian machinator that
it's
he gets
okay.
himself into stupid things quite often.
Yeah.
What did Eugene say to our dear now love sick royal here?
He said it well,
I think it was something along the lines like, yeah, it happens often, doesn't it, or something.
Often, yeah.
Yeah, that really is the question, isn't it? You dumbass.
There you go. Ain't it?
Yeah. Good to hear that you wrote my Eugene.
Mm-hmm.
You can take your booze back, by the way.
My what?
Booze.
Bottle booze you loaned last night, drank most of.
I mean, like, the stuff you vomited on the floor, or... Because I don't want that.
I gestured to the bottle that still has like a little bit in it.
Basically empty. You can finish that.
I also have the vomit if you want.
No.
Which Genevieve is going to be coming by, picking up the bottle, and then going. I think, despite the fact that some people assert that it's
I'm glad
1
to know
o'clock,
everyone else is awake at this point.
well, apparently the place is becoming much more active. Genevieve prying herself out of the seat. Like, it's 1 o'clock somewhere. Not here.
1 o'clock? You mean 5?
Different cultural standards. No, seriously, here in Germany, it's 1 o'clock when it's socially acceptable to start drinking.
Damn.
Eugene, I actually had something I needed to get with you. You're
What?
awake. I wasn't sure if you. That's why I didn't bring this up, because I wasn't sure if that was in character.
Yeah.
But now that you are awake, your phone has been going off like crazy throughout the night.
Oh no.
All from different numbers, like empty numbers.
I'm guessing they're like phone calls, or are they messages?
They're
Like,
phone
what can
calls.
we? I'm so sorry about my phone going bzz, 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 like literally all night long.
Yeah, literally all night.
It's a good thing that we got a real fucking sausage.
But while you're inspecting this, another one comes through. The number scrambled. Doesn't look like any number you've seen.
I don't think I should answer this phone.
Well, what would Eugene do?
This is a very good question. What would Eugene do?
Hello?
What would your character
Hello? There you go.
Is that a weed? I'm calling the police.
So, party was kind of killer last night.
Is that...
Is that Karn?
That would be Karn, yes.
God damn it.
Yeah, just a little bit more on the killer side than I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie.
Me
Have you been calling me all night?
Yeah. Yeah, hey, so those guys in the back room, yeah?
What about them? I
What?
barely even remember any of them, not gonna
Yeah, what did you do to them?
What do you mean?
Oh, well, like, listen, man, that little weird society they got going on in the back, I don't really pay much attention to it. They're a little weird about it, but like they showed up at my place today and they were mad. They were saying we stole something from them. They were saying that it was all a big setup.
What? About the fire stuff?
No, they didn't even seem to care about that. They just swear up and down that someone stole something from them, and that I had to get all this. I had to get cameras and all that. But like, I don't have cameras in the back room. That's weird. That's my private room. All my other rooms have cameras when I'm not private at all.
I mean, I just hit him up with some standard ambrosia. I don't take anything. I just dropped it and left like you told me to.
Ah, and man, they swear you stole something, man. They are pissed.
They swear me personally stole something or just someone did?
Oh, well, they said someone, but they said the last person they didn't know was... Well, they said it was you. And so they're asking me to tell them where you are, and, you know, who they are, and who you are, and, you know... I did, but, like, you know, I didn't.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna put my phone on mute for a second.
Okay.
Hey, what's her face? The doctor lady.
Yes, I am
Can phone
doctor.
calls be
Genevieve.
phone calls can be traced, right? By location. Is that something
Usually
that we should be concerned?
Usually over the course of a minute. If you've been on that for about 30 seconds now, I'd hang up now.
Okay. I'm gonna hang up the phone.
As you've got him on mute, you go, yeah, but like I didn't tell him where you lived. I didn't even really tell him your name. So like, you know, you should be good. But like, yeah, I didn't think that they stole it. That's not you, you know. But anyways, you should come by later. You know, we'll have a blast. Not like that. And then you hang up the call.
Yeah, last time he fucking said that it was an actual explosion. Just that was out of character. And he's just like, Eugene, I know I write your case a lot, but I think I'm being actually serious in this case. I think after this, you might want to look into finding some better company.
I mean, isn't that a life's work? Better company. Anyways.
That doesn't sound like you're very confident.
Worst company.
Yeah, the calls start coming in again, by the way.
Oh my god.
You may have to ditch that phone at some point.
Maybe I could sell it for something.
Why don't we all get into a van and drive around?
Maybe before we do that, Eugene should turn his phone off? Or
No, I mean, that way then they can't trace the call.
That is fair.
No.
I am
Doku's gonna
turn my
like hold
phone
out.
off, though.
Now Doku wants the phone.
Oh, you want the phone?
Doku wants the phone.
You got games on your
I'm
phone?
gonna hold it up
no.
and make you jump
If
for
you,
it.
if you hand it to Doku, I'm taking it away.
Doku Doku can get the phone by jumping to get it. What are you doing?
I'm gonna pick up the. I'm gonna pick up the phone call.
You're gonna pick it up?
Yes.
And this is why I don't want to hand this
Jesus.
to child. The child the phone.
Oh.
Doku, why are you?
Hey,
Wait,
man.
wait,
Yeah, I
real
lost
quick.
you there.
Real quick, just double check. Eugene, did you hand Doku the phone?
Yeah, she
I
said
held it up
over their
in the
head.
air. Over
Oh.
Doku's head. I held it up over Doku's head. Really, just barely couldn't reach it, but he's a frog child, so it didn't matter.
Oh, frog
Let's
child.
give it a chance.
Hey, man, I lost you there. Anyways, you should come by later. Obviously not at my normal house, but like, there's like this.
Hello.
Hello?
Are you the Candyman's friend?
Are you? Oh my God! Did Eugene have a kid? Bro, who are you?
I'm going to cast
I don't
minor
know,
illusion
this
to make it sound like a gang fight in the background.
A gang fight in the back? Okay.
What?
Well,
I don't know. There's this purple Candyman who walked down the street and gave me this phone. And he said there were games on it, and there's a nice friend that I can talk to.
Make it sound like make it sound like a schoolyard.
Make it sound like a
No. No, at some point you would hear someone shout out, "You lemon!
You stupid
Get
lemon!
back here!"
You nutter! Don't call me a nutter, you lemon! Two thundering slaps.
Yep.
Cal, as he's like hearing all this commotion, is waking up. He just kind of absentmindedly responds, "You nutter butters."
You nutter butter. You hear on the other end. All right, I think I called the wrong number. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Nope, that worked. You know what? Yeah.
That weirdly worked.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah, don't
Speaking
forget that
of-
I'm a kid.
I'm a child.
I'm a child. I'm the
could
perfect
never forget
alibi.
that you were a child.
I'm the purple candy man gave me this phone.
You know what? Yes. From now on, Doku is our alibi material. Anyway, okay, so we finish up whatever we're doing here. We need to come up with a plan of action.
Well, I spent the past night getting the VHS set up, so we could watch the tapes that
Excellent.
Bjork gave us.
Also,
Would you guys be interested in doing that here, or?
Oh, I don't really have a
Another
VHS
set?
in the car, so.
I assume that while it's all happening, people also mailed on everything.
Wait, what did you say there? You at the end it cut out.
I said I assume everyone filled me things.
Yeah. You got filled in.
Also, where's Tuare?
That's a good question. He never came home.
Oh, yeah, Cal rubbing his eyes says, "I don't know. He said he was going out last night. He must have come back."
On his
He's
own?
meeting up with a lady friend.
I don't know. He left Boris here.
I'm gonna dig out my phone and immediately dial Tuare.
Tuare.
I can't believe the fucking idiot went out on his own in the middle of a
starts
manhunt.
buzzing.
Boris starts buzzing. Anyways, yeah.
No. I wish that was the case.
Boris is the phone. Yeah, no. Your phone starts ringing, Tuare.
He starts ringing like a Den Mushi.
Yeah, Tuare, a very sleepy Tuare will then answer the phone, and I guess you could kind of hear him say, "Hello."
Where are you right now?
In your van.
I locked that. I wish people.
I unlocked it.
I wish people would stop breaking into
really
my
need to
fucking
get
car.
better.
Get back inside.
People stop
Next
breaking
time,
into the
please
van.
let us know if you're walking off alone into a manhunt. Please come inside. We have some tapes to watch. Also, we have a plan of action to come up with. Please and thank.
I also have a lot of information, I guess you could say.
Then we can share once you're inside and everybody together.
Also,
Okay.
Doku playing games on Eugene's phone. He has Flippy Pheasant, so you can
Oh my
spend
god.
The rarest game.
one of the rarest games.
Just
Especially
tap on that screen.
Yeah. It's
He-
ever
he
since
got-
ever
he-
since Nintendo got involved with the lawsuit, it's not been able to be downloaded.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. But thankfully, Eugene, when he was buying burner phones, found this one that had Flippy Pheasant on iBuy, and he got it for only $3,000.
$3,000.
And now we're going to go chuck it into a river.
Yeah. Now we have
Anyways.
Yeah, so Tuare will make it, I assume, downstairs pretty quickly, sleepy and disheveled from sleeping in a van. But as everything kind of gets all settled up, and you
The things I did for this mission.
things I did for this.
What did you do?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Tell the child what you did.
Why do you smell like cigarette smoke?
Where do you see? Tuare then begins eating a jelly egg.
Whose egg is that?
You see, when a
egg is that?
lonely and
Who's-
tired spider person.
Yeah. I'd like to mention Tuare also walks down with this whole box of jelly eggs.
Yeah, it's an 18-pack.
Yeah.
So with a
Clutch
carton
of eggs, if you will.
Yeah. With a carton of eggs, Tuare walks downstairs back into the fucking vault, I guess. Not the vault, the lab. And has arrived. And yeah, you can try and explain yourself, Tuare, as to why you left on one of the most dangerous possible nights to leave alone
Without Boris.
Without Boris to go to the most dangerous high active district right now alone to get eggs.
Those eggs
wants to get
better have been
eggs.
pretty expensive because you were going into a red zone.
Well, that's the thing. Is that the first thing everyone in the group asks? Is that where the fuck?
Genevieve,
I was just asking about the eggs.
yeah, Genevieve says nothing. She's got her legs, like one leg over the other, arms crossed, and is staring at you with one forefinger tapping across her elbow. Deadpan stare right in all 8 of your eyes.
Seven.
Like,
Somehow staring at all of them at once.
Yeah, somehow all staring.
Her
at
4
all
eyes
of them.
are staring at your 8.
Damn.
seven,
Please
seven.
don't look. Please don't look at me that way. I already had someone look at me like that last night.
Oh.
Wait,
I was
don't
right.
wanna-
It was the lady friend.
I don't want to talk about it.
Wait,
she's-
did you?
Genevieve continues
No.
to stay mum, still looking you right in the eyes, waiting for an explanation.
I went out to go get some information because Tuare knows a lot of the people and a lot of things.
Does Tuare know a surgeon or a mortician?
Well, I know a mortician.
You do actually know.
Because you
what
might
to
have
say.
needed one on call if you were out there in the middle of a manhunt
If I said yes, because this was the same lady
without
who...
your main protection.
I didn't want to stir up any, I didn't want to look suspicious, okay?
Okay, wait, Tuare, let me understand this.
Wait, can't you
You
put
went out in the
Boris
dead of
in your
night
bag?
without Boris.
Yes, I
without
can.
Protection,
Yes. Yeah, you
Yes.
left protection.
Yes.
to go talk to a lady friend.
It is,
One hell of a friend.
I did
Just
not,
to sample her eggs.
I did it.
Elsa
think there's more
is going
sample-
to be
more than her
executed,
eggs,
and
I
you're
know,
out here
Eugene.
sampling eggs.
Tuare?
She's the lady that owns the bakery. These are delicacy back in Guedon.
To give you the full benefit
you
of the
de-
doubt,
oh, you definitely do what I
give you
think
the
you're doing.
full benefit of the doubt, since you have mentioned that you've got some good information. Since you've recently arrived, and you seem like you've had breakfast. Why don't you start
guys
by
want
sharing
some?
with what you managed to see and hear while you were out on?
Do you guys want some?
No.
Famished, actually. Yes, please.
I
Oh.
will hand you a jelly egg.
Thank you.
Can I have one? Can I have one too? These look nice.
Fuck you, joke. No,
I know
I'll
this
have.
looks bad, but here I come bearing an offering.
It somewhat
I
soothes
come bearing an
Genevieve.
offering of eggs.
It somewhat soothes
What? Hold
Genevieve's
on, wait 1 second. Hold
simmering
on, Matt.
agitation.
Hold on, Matt. Play for play. This is very similar to
I
what
know
happened.
exactly what happened last time, Tori.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, expect a bullet in your head next.
Yeah.
Anyways, as he passes out these eggs, they're basically these custard treats, very sweet, and they're pumped full with this raspberry jelly almost. Some have grapes, some have cherry. They're all different flavors, but it's a very nice sweet delicacy to start your morning. Albeit slightly slimy because it's in the shape of an egg. But as they're all passed out one by one, Twari, you can explain the information that you found that night to them, or the information you gathered from your run-in with your info broker.
To start this off, I am under a certain suspicion that Alsar has not been incarcerated.
Why would you say that?
Let's just say the person I talked to knows a few things, and I couldn't get much out of her because, in other words, I don't have enough gold, nor a lot of things I can offer her.
But Bjorf said that he was.
Well, he did, but it is also quite suspicious that they are still so on the edge over in his district. No.
It would make sense.
How do we know
legally,
they're not looking for us?
Because we've not been implicated, according to Bjorf.
And because Mrs. Primrose, I just walked through that whole district without even getting arrested.
So, if they're still searching, publicly speaking, the main culprit has already been accused and is ready to be executed. They wouldn't need to be searching. So, possibly, yes, he has escaped. Then what do we do now? How do we find him? Continue.
Well,
I'm sorry, who are we trying to find again?
Alsar may or may not have escaped.
No.
Anyway, please continue.
I mean, they're holding his execution at the end of the week, dude.
That's just as Iris likes to pump out all those fake photos. This is also probably some little bit of propaganda.
Well, keep in mind that if that is the case, the image that was caught was a basically mummified human being bound in magic wrappings and chains. You couldn't see. If it just looked like a humanoid, basically.
So it might have been a double.
It could have been a double. That could lend some credence to it. You don't know, because they didn't actually show Alsar's face. They just showed the person being carried out completely mummified and bound in magical bindings.
Well, this is dangerous now because if it is actually him, we are assuming that it's not him, and therefore, if it gets too close to the date of the execution and it is actually him, we will have failed. So now we need to be 100% sure that he is not incarcerated or is incarcerated, because that will completely change our course of action.
Now, Miss Pirmose, there's one problem here. Let's say Alsar is over there. We're probably walking in on a trap, and two, and if he isn't, and we still go, once again we're in a trap. Or if we just don't go at all, we still fail if it is him because he dies. Either way, this situation doesn't look too good.
I mean, better safe than sorry.
If he did manage to get free, we need to find a way of establishing contact. We need to
And
find...
I think, and that leads to another bit of information. You remember Elias van Geiger, the asshole who shot me
Yes.
in the fucking eye. He had a way to hide himself in a way from the all-seeing eye that is the pillars.
Really? Thinking of Alsar.
Of Alsar, I mean. I thought you said Iliaster had a way during that whole conversation.
Iliaster came up because when he first stepped foot onto the the
Mhm.
grounds of when you attempted to get close to the tower, Cater, his husband at the time, his wings burst out of his back and he collapsed in pain, and then he stepped in to try and help him, and he erupted into fire.
I see.
It was like a rough morning.
It was a rough day.
And if I remember correctly, there was the what was that room called that she said again? I completely fucking forgot.
Are you talking about the apartment building room? Like
Not the apartment building. The where the pillar, the broken crystal pillar is essentially, or like chipped
Oh,
crystal.
you mean the central city? The central.
Yeah.
So yeah, allow me to explain that a little easier, just for everybody. The central pillar is the Tower of Iris. The central city holds it, and they basically built a fake building around it to let it fit in. And then at the base of that, there are 10 small pillars, each of which is hoisting up another part of the city. Those are the 10 districts. So those pillars are not the ones they were talking about. They're talking about the central one, the actual Tower of Iris.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I relay that information, and I'll also say I do have an idea of what we could maybe do if we want more information. Though it's going to be probably the most risky thing ever, but lucky enough, we have a small child that's very good at getting into places.
A small child that is 4 years old, I need to remind you.
A small child who's part of a drug gang.
A small child.
Need I remind you?
A small child who's currently playing on a phone.
A small child who I'm pretty certain has killed people.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that true, Doku? Have you killed people?
Oh,
Wait,
bird,
you
go.
don't know won't hurt you.
Go, bird, go!
It's just playing.
That's cute. That's adorable.
Doku playing on the phone. Did you kill people, Doku? I'm about to beat my record.
Gets caught on one of the last.
I kill you. Let me beat my record.
Gets caught on one of the walls. I'll fucking kill you, bird.
I'll fucking kill you, bird.
Just touching the phone. Just.
Oh yeah, Eugene can't touch that phone anymore.
Oh, that's right. Actually, Eugene,
Yeah, because it's covered in poison.
Yeah, it's my phone now.
Doku is the personification of I licked it, it's mine now.
That is actually true.
Anyways,
Sorry, I was stirring my soup. When I heard that, I just had to come back and say that I probably can still use my phone because I wouldn't die that quickly.
That quickly?
Just long enough to set a new high score to beat Doku.
I do have resistance to poison.
Oh, actually, right. I forgot about that.
Anyways, though,
You might be one of the only person who wouldn't die immediately. But yeah, no, continue. I'm sorry.
I honestly think our best option is to get back into your old hotel room and find any information in there.
The problem with that is as I understand it, going both off of the internet right now, or the iNet, and the news cycle, is that hotel is currently one of the most guarded places in the city.
Well, also, this may or may not be of use to us, but I obtained the phone number of what is her name again?
Dejea.
Maya Hira. Dejea. I've obtained the phone.
Yeah,
Dejea, the Pillar Knight. We
Perfect.
could, or I guess I could, contact her and ask if she knows of the situation, and if she is oblivious and is thinking that I was captured, I could perhaps hint at the fact that he might not be captured. I really honestly get the sense that she wouldn't be of the type to partake in any corruption that is happening among Pillar Knights.
Certainly she doesn't give the impression as such, but we also potentially be putting her in danger. I won't say that this is a bad idea, because we need as much help as we can get in this, and having a Pillar Knight on our side again certainly be helpful, but we do need to be mindful of the consequences that can come from this.
I will also
Speaking
say,
of consequences.
What happened?
oh no.
Hi, Marquis. I almost forgot you were awake.
How do I describe what I'm about to inform everyone at present? Trying to think. And again, this is me saying this out loud. Fucking hold on. What's your name?
Do we need to go for another drive?
Tasso, I can't remember. Do you know that I'm an actual member of one of the noble houses?
I believed you had explained it once.
Okay, awesome, great. Everyone here is also caught up to the fact that I was dating a pillar knight, right?
You what?
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 All right.
You want to elaborate a little more on that?
Yeah.
Daryl,
Also,
you were
everyone here is
kissing?
also caught up to the fact that my sister is a pillar knight, right?
Oh no.
That I believe so.
Yeah, that one.
And his best friend was dating his sister.
So
It was, yeah, previously.
everyone but Tuare knew about the fact that the Pillar Knight was your sister. No one knew that you were dating a Pillar Knight.
I've also dated a pillar
That isn't
knight.
your sister, might we specify,
That's true.
clarify.
Eugene also fucked with a Pillar Knight.
Yeah, not dated, just fucked.
Okay, great, awesome. Everyone's caught up on speed now. The pillar knight I dated, they're a lovely, lovely girl. She's beautiful, absolutely charming. I'm still madly in love with her. Slightly still hungover from last night. She is going over to Alan's house tonight because mistakes were made last night.
Can I invite myself over to that? That just sounds like a really fun time.
Genevieve is going to lean forward in her seat and look with a completely serious face towards Marquis and say, "Do we need to go for another?"
The invitation's out there.
I'm going to be
my
honest.
sister isn't going to be showing up.
Well, considering how
yes, I would like.
Good, because I think it's the best thing for yourself and your. So, hopefully, it goes about as benign as it did last time. Your friend is trustworthy. Hope your sister doesn't show up.
I'm bringing this up to everyone.
Yes. Good. I'm okay to do that.
Who would like to come tonight?
Me.
Trust place is lovely, by the way. It's a lovely little place. It's
Yeah, I know it's up in the Noble District, very well protected mansion. He would feed us.
He's literally one of the 5 noble. He's the heir to one of the 5 noble families.
Yep, he's literally an heir to one of the 5 noble families.
Also fun for Tuare, Iliaster lives next door.
Is it the same
Tuare just pulls up the gun.
little, like, is it the same fucking twink that you had with you at the party yesterday?
Alan, yep.
Hell yeah, count me in.
Yeah, which reminds me, speaking of, by the way, yeah, you already know, never mind. I was going to mention, by the way, Primrose, that person that you were showing me on Instagram. Yeah, he's my best friend, known him for the entire childhood.
What? You know him? You
Yeah.
have celebrity contacts?
You saw him. He was in the limo.
You know,
Marquis.
if you need someone
Marquis.
to come along with you, I have ties to rich noble families, as my family is not noble, but very rich. I know how to interact among that
just want to come
society.
Primrose, I hate to say this, but Marquis was a celebrity at one point and is nobility. Or was.
Like, honestly,
What?
at
I've never
that
heard
point,
of
you
that.
would probably see me pull up my phone, look up Trellio Lior on fucking Gaggle, and show an image.
There's a Wikipedia page dedicated to this
Do
bitch.
you have a Wikipedia page?
You do.
I do.
He does
A
have
pick
Wikipedia page. There's also a lot of sensational news that comes up, like what happened to the missing heir of the Lior family? This and that, and they say he was abducted, or he became a god, or that.
What?
Please tell me there's a recent article that involves the Tic Tacs and the Aristogram.
There is actually, mainly it's reporting the explosion that happened, and said something along the lines like, notable faces were at this party, and thankfully almost no deaths ended up occurring thanks to the wonderful luck of Karn. Karn Feldwick, Pillar Knight of the Fifth District, coming in and saving the day. Yeah, and
coming in and in a drugged up stupor, doing fucking nothing.
Yeah, he literally has all the credit, and also would like to mention that there's a bit at the end that goes, "Who was there?" And you just see, like Pillar Knight faces there. Who was performing? You see Iliaster von Greiger, and they're like confirmed okay next to them.
Asshole. As these things are pointing, I'm like pointing, being like asshole, like people from my past. Asshole.
I'll
Pretty
point
nice
at you
person.
and say, asshole.
I actually need to talk to Gregor. Not kill him.
Is it the kind of conversation that's on the end of a gun or a knife?
Does at the end of a bonus count?
At the end of a Boris?
I would say yes.
No. No one goes anywhere other than Alan's house, because a little known fact, my sister is across the street.
Yeah, his sister lives across the street.
No, it's okay. The Boris has gentle hands, isn't that right, Boris?
Nope.
Boris can't get between us
No.
and one of the most psychotic Pillar Knights.
Yeah.
What if I turned invisible?
Actually, that does remind me, by the way. While you're looking through this article, by the way, Eugene, Alan Torson comes up, and the picture there is of him literally face to face with Marquis in his mask, turning off the live stream. And then afterwards, you see also Mystery Kid, and there's just a child running down the side of the collapsing building.
Trash man, trash bag man, and then just a picture of Clark holding the amalgamation.
Yeah, that's another thing. Trash Man will also be there. Trash Bag Man is going to be there as well. Mainly noting that during the festivities, there was a Sparasa man running around with a trash bag that was suspected of causing an uproar, but was not later convicted.
I now have a cult surrounding me. Trash man cult.
There's more of a sensation piece about who is the kid. Is kind of linked
to
the article. All about this random child who was caught running down the side of a skyscraper.
I am famous now.
Okay, this is the first that Genevieve has seen in this video.
Doku.
To which she then looks to Doku with this apoplectic look on her face.
I don't know what that means.
It means apocalyptic rage.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh yeah, no, you should see some of the TikToks they did of it, and I do it like, fucking. They do it to music and stuff like that.
You should probably stop doing
And Primrose goes, "Oh, I've seen those."
You're about them. Of
It
course,
was literally this morning, Primrose.
Doku just raises hands in the air, like in mild,
Doku.
like.
I don't want you going in the logger book of world records for being the youngest suicide. Stop doing these things.
What was I supposed to do? It was a burning building.
Why were you still in the building?
Well,
because nobody
to be
was looking
fair,
after me.
We should be thanking Doku because
We're
thanks
supposed
to
to
him,
be looking after
we have a
No,
good piece of
I
evidence.
know. Doku has been invaluable, and I am constantly at war with myself with the fact that this is a child who is somehow proving a tactical advantage, and I feel incredibly horrible the fact that I feel exploitative of the fact that he's useful. But also a 4-year-old consistently being put in the line of fire.
Real quick, who's supposed to be looking after Doku?
I am. I guess.
Big Sister Primrose, as it was.
There we go. The fault is no longer on you.
So you're
I still feel
the mom
culpable.
figure. You're the big sister. You're the little brother that gets into a lot of shit. You're the drunk older brother. You're the family dog. You pulls out a cow.
Count just shrugs.
Don't get me wrong, I don't think we should be putting Doku in any danger. But at that moment, I don't know. I had a gut feeling that he was capable of doing what he needed to do. And it turned out okay.
Now you have this mysterious coin that Eugene is apparently stole from a very important individual.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that coin.
you're right. Primrose.
Everyone
God,
looks
I wish
over.
you weren't.
I mean, I can do a lot of things, and I don't need to always be supervised.
I know, Doku. You're a very capable kid, and that's what worries me.
There are a lot of edits of who has been dubbed Skyscraper Kid, by the way.
So wait,
They should go on TVM.
Are you?
So I
Rich?
just want to mention, I fucking started this edit, but I'm now far too lazy to.
Oh my!
What is this?
Jesus, Jesus, Ian.
God damn it!
Jesus, that's you really went hard on that one. Why did you? I was walking down the path and the Candyman gave.
I don't know why.
Anyways. So
So who's all going with Marquis on
I think it sounds like
I'll go with. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that we were gonna go to like the infiltrate the hotel to
that's the
find
thing.
something.
You can do both because they're not meeting up until the evening. It is like 9 a.m. Like,
So
and by the way, Doku, if we are going to be infiltrating, you do see me pull out a fucking card, like a tarot card, one of those big ones, with a dyed outline of a person on it. That'll let you cast invisibility.
Oh, cool. Now I don't have to strain myself.
Well. First, before we go to that, Primrose says she might have someone that might be able to help. Yes.
Yes, Jaya. But if
Oh
it
God.
implicates her,
Oh God, damn it.
I'm not sure. Maybe we should hold off on that until we have a better plan to help. For her to help us, rather.
Mm-hmm. You've got several
Or
places that you
very
can
least
go.
until we have some concrete evidence that Alsar is innocent.
Yes. Contact her when we absolutely need to. For now, we have these tapes.
Actually, you know what, Doku? If you can turn invisible, fucking, dude, I take that card away and I hand you a fucking.
Wait, I can only do that once.
Landing on a regal pillow.
Oh, that's also nice.
Yeah, featherfall.
Very nice. Okay. Let me put that in my inventory.
Alright, taking back my invisibility spell card.
I can turn invisible once.
How long does it last?
1 hour. It's just invisibility spell.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
I also have disguise self, so I can kill somebody, take over their form, and then move that way.
Oh, cool! It's a TF2 spy.
You
can
are a
start speaking-
child, and disguise self only makes you like a foot taller.
Also, maybe we don't murder if we don't absolutely need to. You know.
Oh yeah,
help
also
our travel.
murder is inherently wrong.
Ah.
Yes.
Who's inherently wrong?
Murder.
Murder.
Oh yeah, murder is inherently wrong.
Well, unless you're defending yourself, but again, if you absolutely
Then it's not
need to.
murder.
Yes.
Okay, so if I get caught and then they walk toward me and they're like guards with weapons and all that stuff,
You run.
can I?
You run. If you have no other choice, you can defend yourself.
Okay.
But otherwise, you run,
Now,
you come back to us.
Here's the situation that we will allow murder to occur while we are not there. You are down a hallway. You have no other means of escape. There's no doorways, there are no windows, and two guards stand the opposite end. Not one, two. More than two. Two plus guards sitting at the end. Then yes, you're allowed to kill.
Okay, good.
Otherwise, if it looks like more than you can handle, you run, come back to us. Because at the very
I
least,
understand.
if any of us gets into trouble, the rest of us can bail each other out.
Do you
Yes.
have a gun?
A gun? No.
No,
I
never
have...
mind. Never mind. I don't trust you with a gun. Never mind.
Please don't give Doku a gun.
Doku's just gonna reach into his pouch and then pull out like these darts, the ones that are like in his splash art.
Yeah, the Senbon, the needle. I'm slowly coming to grips with the fact that Doku is capable, but please, I am not ready for Doku with it.
Yes, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Don't give Doku a
Goku
gun.
the Glock 18.
I don't even know how to use one. I prefer these.
That's
Also,
good.
they're quieter.
Yeah, they're
Sam,
quieter.
I use a gun is that you wrap your hands around.
Okay, so here's the question. What is the plan then? Aside from obviously stepping at a gas station in the morning to get breakfast food, aside from jelly eggs,
And the centipede.
and the centipede. Yeah, you want another centipede. What is the plan for the day then?
I believe the plan is to go to the old hotel, have Doku sneak in, look around for a little bit, get out. Did we want to go see Primrose Guy?
Oh, you mean Dejea? Well, Dejea's in the 4th district.
Yeah.
So basically, where you guys are right now, you are in the 5th district. Sorry, you're in the 6th district. So you would have to cut across the 7th district again. So you get on the Irisian Highway. You have to jump to the 8th district to check that place out, and then after you go to the 8th district and sneak your way in, you would then have to go past the 4th district anyways to get to the 1st district where Alan's house is.
Also,
So we could go to the 8th, swing by the 4th, and then go to the 1st.
Yeah, and depending on how we go about it, we might be able to hit some of the other places of interest. Something to also mention, if we can at some point, we're probably going to want to stop by an auto shop.
Actually, Genevieve, I wanted to talk to you about that. Before the whole me going missing and apparently being quote-unquote dead, as I do air quotes with my fingers, I had a bike, so I have some knowledge of, mechanical repairs and all that. I can help you if you want.
I appreciate that. Right now, the issue is of materials.
Of course.
We're going to need a fake plate because we are officially dead on record.
Yes.
We're gonna need a fake plate.
If the issue is a fake plate, minor illusion.
We're gonna need body work to repair the damage done to the van to make sure it can keep running, and potentially a new coat of paint. Because at this point, they're gonna be looking for a white van. I appreciate that you're very good with illusions, but you're only able to hold up so many at one time.
A little fun fact about that, you see. They don't cause concentration!
Okay, but didn't we need multiple people holding up an illusion to even maintain that whole
So what I want to ask, Fray, could I use, because I'm trying to see here, because I have prestidigitation. Yeah, here it is. Could I, one cubic foot, could I cover the van and like prestidigitation to put different colors on it?
I believe the way the prestidigitation works actually would allow that.
Yeah, because I can make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or a surface for 1 hour.
I mean, yeah, you could do it for an hour. So I mean, if you needed to, I mean, it would take a bit.
The thing is
there a surface limit?
It doesn't say that on there. Everything else seems to be about 1 cubic foot.
I mean, it would take a little while, but I'm sure you absolutely could press it. I mean,
And I can have 3 of these up at a singular time.
Oh yeah, I mean, then do it by all means. Like I said,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be permanent, obviously, but I mean, it definitely.
Yeah, it'd be temporary.
Yeah.
I would kind of.
I could
I would.
help with that if there's not enough.
I would still
Yeah,
hope
and
to.
Eugene also has presentation.
I would still hope to stop in a body shop at some point, so that we can make the disguise a little more permanent for when you guys aren't sitting in the van and constantly keeping the illusion up.
Yeah.
Because if you can put up the fake plates via illusion while we're driving, that's fine. But if we leave it sitting somewhere and then someone traces the plates if they happen by,
Yep.
Yeah. So yes, no, that can definitely help us while we're on the move. But I really want to hit, I guess in this case, preferably one that's not going to ask too many questions.
That's also true. How you want to handle that is up to you. But basically, yeah, I'd say you'd be able to do 3 things today. And it sounds like you have that. So now I also know that it's about we're at like the 5 o'clock mark.
Yeah.
I know that people are gonna have to go soon. So for that, I'll say we'll end off on watching the VHS tape, and then probably leaving a note for Bjork because he said he was coming back in the morning, but he might just end up coming with you anyway. So
That's right.
with your plan in motion, and you have the idea of what you're gonna do next session, Doku will be sent to the skyscraper, well, rather sent back to the penthouse, sneak his way in, and to try and find any.
And also retrieve cheddar. We need to retrieve cheddar.
Yeah. Wait, before we do that, Doku's gonna require a few things.
Such as?
A rope, a rodent, or a centipede. Just
And
one or the 2.
your complete soul.
No. And some of Genevieve's either sleeping pills or numbing agents.
What are you gonna do?
It's just in case, okay?
Okay.
Can't you make sleeping poison?
Well, I can't I don't know if I can. Wait, I probably can just make sleeping poison, but I.
Well, you have a whole week to find out.
Yeah.
I don't have sleeping pills I could lend you, but I do have weed.
Yeah, I do.
Yes. Doku wanders in to one of the police officers, just this 4-year-old coming up to their knee height. It's like, hey man, want to smoke some Zaza?
You want some Zaza?
Doku's not that small. He's 4'10".
He's 4 years old. I will forever think of him as being just a nugget.
He's 4'10"?
He's 4'10". I vividly
really because
pretend to be me if you want.
If he had weed, he would be 420.
Oh God.
I remember him being 4'10" because I have another character named Delta who's exactly 5 foot.
I see. Anyways, with that in mind, for next session, aside from ending this where we always end this, I'm going to say that we'll end this at a gas station where you're getting breakfast.
Yay!
But before we get to there, the VHS tape.
Bland microwave burritos all around.
Food.
Bland microwave burritos all around.
Hooray!
Yay! I will procure a centipede over there.
And final note: Genevieve will go about since he asked nicely, mixing some sedatives for him because she doesn't actually keep any active drugs like that on her. It's all placebos, except for when she really.
That's fair.
Because that would be irresponsible.
I will, of course, begin wrapping the session up here, but you slide the VHS tape in, and aside from all of the piles of VHS footage you have, you put in the VHS you put in the VCR the tape that Bjorf kind of got all set up for you, and as it flickers, it comes on, and you see I don't want to say younger because Ausar here, it doesn't seem like he's aged at all. Be that to his night infusion, or just be it that he's lucky. Ausar doesn't seem to have aged whatsoever, but he seems a bit more together. His hair is tied back. He's clean shaven. And he's not bumming around in pajamas. He sits in what appears to be a small, cozy home that he's kind of found himself in an office, as it appears. And in the background, you can hear scuttling and moving, but Alsar kind of stares at the camera. And he looks confident, I believe would be the term. He doesn't look tired like he usually does. And he sits back and goes, "Well, this is a video I didn't ever think I'd have to make, but," as he claps his hands, he goes, "In case I die, there are some things that I need to finish up. There's a lot of things that I need. And, well, if I'm not around to do it, then consider this my final request. There's something weird going on. I don't know who, I don't know what, but I'm trying to clean out this city as best I can. And I can only do so much, but if it catches up with me, if something like this ever happens, then I would ask this of you all, because I've given you the trust that I can only give to very few in this city. If I die, I need you to take care of my daughter. And my wife will hopefully be alive if something were to happen. But she's just as on board as this as I am. So, take care of Raya and make sure that she gets out of here. She's sick, but she's not that sick. And just keep her safe. I have one last thing for you. If Operation Starfall ever comes into effect in the Undercity, in a small patch of rail right outside, take the train. Travel about halfway to Valspar, stop at Halfdir. Make your way all the way through the town to a small little shack overlooking a cliff and a lake. Behind the shack, I've left something behind. Something that at the very least is solid proof to expose Iris for what it did to those kids and what I did. And, well, I hope it never comes to this, but just use that as a last resort. Thanks, and, I hope you never have to see this. And then as he finishes, you see the door behind him kind of creep open. And a small, like, I would say probably like 4, maybe 5-year-old tiefling kind of stumbles in as Ausar kind of leans forward to hit the video camera, and she jumps on him, and then the thing falls over, and then it cuts out. And that's all there is. It's from there, there's nothing left on the tape.
It's sad to see how disheveled he's become, but it's understandable.
Family, once it bleeds, once it changes, is never the same. As much as you want it.
That's true. Family ties are complicated. Whatever happened to have anything get pinned on him, we gotta make it right.
Alright, now we're doing this. So, I guess we wait until Bjork gets here. Got some more tapes to watch. Then gets back. Once he knows where we're going, we can finally set out.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Goku?
Yes.
I know I treat you like a kid. And I am sometimes overprotective. And I've come to understand that you are more capable than I. I'm just gonna say, I trust you to go through with this, but be careful, okay? Or running down the sides of exploding buildings, please. Not if you can avoid it.
I'll try not to.
May I
didn't
offer
really
a-
like the last time.
May I offer a suggestion?
Mm.
Operation Starfall's a little too grim. I think Operation Sunrise fits this situation a little bit better.
For me,
I agree.
I think hope for a new dawn.
Yes.
Anyways, shady purple one over there.
Purple
Yeah.
candy.
What? Sorry, I was just zoning out. I just thought of the best comeback for something that was said earlier, but it's too late for that, so.
Ah, yes, the worst
well.
state of being.
Do you want to share it anyways?
Do you have
Yeah, so you know when the doctor lady was like, you need to find better company. I should have just said, well, then I better leave, because... anyways.
Ooh,
What did you
scathing. I
talk
am
about?
scathing. I need to take off my coat because I need to apply some burn salve to myself.
Hell yeah.
Is there a way you can give me a fake burner phone, or know where I can get one? I'm about to
I don't
blackmail
know.
a politician.
You can find like
Oh,
used phones on I don't know.
I'll mention that you probably
Classifieds?
have. I will probably mention that you probably have at least 5 burner phones back at your RV.
Oh. Yeah, but I don't want to give them to the creepy spider guy.
Oh wow! Also, I was gonna suggest the name
Racism.
Karn's List.
Oh my god. But
Karn seems like the type to set up the fucking classifieds.
I'll give
Like
you half
people
the
sell cheap used phones
I'll
off
give you
of
half of the
like
cut.
classifieds, and
I'll
you
give
can
you half.
find them at like
I'll give you half of the cut.
what?
I'll give you half.
He's gonna try and extort some nobleman.
Oh, wait, who?
Riker.
Greiger.
He's gonna try and extort Greiger.
So the little dumbass from a few years ago made a little manifesto about how he would overthrow the government. You see what I'm doing. He also tried to kill me, or he did kill.
Oh, that's devious. I approve.
Riker's a piece of shit. I just want to mention.
You guys see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to. Are we all in agreement about this plan of mine? Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm all for extortion.
Sure.
Just as a general concept, I'll lend you one of my burner phones if we stop by the RV or sometime.
Sounds perfect.
We've got the day ahead of us until we go for dinner. I'm sure we can stop in either before or after the skyscraper heist.
And
Yeah,
that,
just whenever.
while we've got that all settled, the hatch opens, and you hear, "Did you die? Hello? I don't want to go down there again. It's a bit
Not
nasty,
yet.
but I'm here. Okay. I need coffee."
That's good because we're gonna stop at a
That
gas
sounds like
station.
a you problem.
And that is where the
Good.
session fades out.
That is
Yes.
where the session
Gas
fades. So I'll
station.
climb into the one by one.
And I
you all
would like
climb
to
into the van.
share with everyone, I did finish it.
Oh, the Candy Man lead me to Candyland.
That's actually really
It's
good, and
it's
I'm kind of mad at you.
I would like to call it Doku Runner.
No,
The temper
if
the
it was-
thermometer is the heat of the building burning behind him as he runs down the side of the building.
I was about to say, if you want to really make it Doku Runner, just make the track the building itself.
Guys, I got a better name.
Doku
Leapfrog.
Doku Scraper Club.
Well,
I got
that's
that.
where I it's not done yet, but that's where I can post.
Oh
I
no.
spent too much time on this.
It's not done yet, but it's
What?
getting.
Who Ditto.
Who did that? What?
Yeah, I wonder who did that.
Nanimo. Nanimo.
It's not like Fray's been sitting in VC constantly being like, I commissioned blank to make this.
Yeah, I literally.
Also, it's not like
reached
there's
out to
one
Ditto.
person here in the group who has actual experience animating.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
And it has such a massive surprise.
Well, good luck drawing his patterns 5 times.
I know.
Oh.
Lynn, fuck. Oh my god.
You don't understand. You don't understand. She's been complaining to me about that.
I know.
It's beautiful.
One artist
It's
to
a
another,
beautiful
they
design.
understand each
At
other.
one point, she
Damn
was
it,
like,
is it
"Why-
complicated?
what-
Jeez.
Yeah, at one point she was like, why does Lynn have to draw all her fucking art so beautiful and complicated?
Why do you think I never draw my characters?
That's actually fair. Anyways, yes, no. One by one, you all climb into the van. Everything kind of gets all settled and situated as you make your way to a gas station to grab nasty breakfast food from the gas station, coffee, and sedatives. Good session, everyone. We will pick up next Sunday.
That was a really fun session.
I had a lot of
That was good.
That was fun. Next
There's
Did a
a
lot
lot
of
escalating.
Photoshopping.
Yeah, you did.
So Genesis so far has been like a slow climb uphill, and now we're going down at like Mach 10
Now
down the hill.
now all fucking 8 of us are shoved into one shopping cart and we have no control.
Yeah.
Genevieve, you have the steering wheel, right?
There is no steering wheel on this fucking thing.
Then it just starts tumbling
there,
off.
there are no brakes in this pain train.
Oh man. Let's see.
No,
Oh,
once upon a time, I had drive in my life. Now it's just rolling downhill.
Now I feel like I'm going down a golden brick road chasing after some sort of candy.
Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, that was fun. I'm glad y'all had fun. Next session's gonna be very interesting. There could be combat galore if Doku gets caught and shot. there could be a lot, and there's a lot of things that could go really interestingly. So that was a fun.
I might get slapped.
I'm gonna blackmail someone.
I'm ready for tragedy because the
I can
world.
eliminate the might, and I can just slap you at the start of next session.
I'm ready
And I don't need to-
I'm ready for terrible things because, depending on how you look at it, we tripped a lot of death flags this session.
Yeah.
Oh.
You finally
You
acknowledge
guys
me as
ready to
not a
show up at
child.
my you
Which
guys
is the
ready to
perfect
show
time
up at
for
my,
you to
my
die.
fucking friend's Alan my friend Alan's mansion only for like my sister being held back by my ex-girlfriend?
Can kill you, bitch!
Oh, Ditto, you subbed. Thank you.
All the while I have
Yeah.
Alan interposing between us.
I hate the fucking ads.
Yeah, that's fair.
And also, Tuare is a slut.
You know what? At least you didn't have to pay for it.
That's fair.
You know what I'm excited for? I'm excited for, we show up and my sister was like, why did you run away? And I was like, they were gonna have you kill me. And she was like, I would never kill you.
And then cut to like.
And
yeah,
it turns
like,
out me running away was a problem I made up in my own head.
Well, it's either that
You were
or
gone for 10 years.
we take it a different direction. It's like I would have never have let them make me kill you. I would have killed you on my own accord.
Exactly. Cock's gun. Cock's glowing melty hand. What? Anyways, that was fun. I'm glad y'all had fun.
Thank you for
session's
hosting,
gonna be
Fray.
very. Yeah, absolutely. I had a good time.
Thank
Next
you.
session's gonna be very interesting.
Yes.
I hope that you live. As we are getting into the territory, as I mentioned last time, where combat will become a little more prevalent and death could literally be around every corner. So, think smart. Look over your character sheets, make sure you got everything. I'm very excited.
I'm gonna just say this. It's probably important to at least consider backup characters. Yes.
I probably shouldn't have used the jazz playlist for this session.
You really.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to have something that's a little more upbeat.
Yeah, I'll start sitting there in his family home like, if I die, this means I'm dead. So I need you to do more. Like,
Next, no. You know what? You're absolutely correct. Next time, we should have royalty-free ukulele music.
Oh, that's...
With little jingle bells in the background.
Oh,
Xylophone.
man. The xylophone. Anyways, that was great. Quest, I will let you do your sign-off for the Twitch, as I've done my piece. I will see you on Sunday. That was fun.
That was
Yes.
So,
I'll bring
yes.
the brown.
Yeah, that's it for today. You'll probably catch us again at some point, maybe in the future. Playing games at Dispersed, or find us on other people's channels. But you will absolutely see us on Saturday, where we will be playing more Pathfinder Simple Walk, where we will be going on we'll continue the grand adventure in the snowy hellscape that is Portisland. Where everybody gets to continue being cold, and ever so slightly miserable. This Saturdays is my Pathfinder game, and as ever, Sundays is Fray's game here, Genesis. Thank you very much for coming, those who came, those who stayed, those who didn't, and take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for my
Yeah.
players.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you to my actually, no, I'm not the one running the game.
Bye.
Thank you to Fray for running the game.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And,
Yes, of course.
And with that,
Wonderful.
we're gonna transition out. Everybody, take care.
Yee.
And
Boo.
Boo.
Worst session ever.
God, I can't believe we played a game where we had fun.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm glad no one died.